Time for Jersey Shore High School football on the Bear Country Sports Network. Just a moment, we'll join Nate Carpenter, Doug Byerly, and Nick Severini for tonight's game against undefeated Canton. This exclusive broadcast brought to you by SWC Real Estate, Woodlands Bank, Pregame, Gleghorn and Hayfleet, TLC Fuels, Realty Lease Properties, First Quality, Susquehanna Transit, All Round Tire, Hayfleet Insurance, Hollick's Coal and Oil, Jiffy Market and Deli, Jason Eberhardt State Farm Insurance, Anchor Realty, First Citizens Community Bank, Fager Insurance, Bald Birds Brewing Company, Twilight Diner, Napa and Jersey Shore and Mill Hall, Jimmy Ely State Farm Insurance, Pennycoff Rural Services, Kevin Peacock Disposal, Joe's Equipment, Muncie Bank and Trust Company, McMahon, Ferguson and Associates, B.A. Mikesell Electric, Fredham Disposal, Barry Enders Construction, and River Valley Internet. Comments regarding this game, the express property of WQBR-FM. They may not be retransmitted or used in any way without express written permission from Maximum Impact Communications. Now, it's Nate Carpenter and Doug Byerly with Nick Severini on the Bear Country Sports Network.
Lineup for the visiting
Nate Carpenter, Doug Byerly. We're here live. Welcome to Canton, home of the Warriors, 8-0 tonight. You're listening to the Bear Country Sports Network. It's going to be a wild night, Doug. Looking forward to the broadcast with you. Let's talk a little bit about some of our sponsors maybe and go into last week.
Yep, as always, we love to start out with a thank you to Steve and Alicia Wadsworth of Lock Haven for being a patron sponsor all season long of the Jersey Shore Bulldogs. And the pregame brought to you by Pennycoff Rural Services for property maintenance, excavating, hauling, etc. Give Jeff a call for all of your outdoor projects. 570-360-7757. We'll go through the other sponsors as the game goes along. But again, thank you to all of them all season long. And keep in mind, playoffs are coming up. We'll be talking over the next couple of weeks about playoff sponsorship opportunities. And Nate, you're right. We're here at Miller A. Moyer Field in Canton, PA. 8-0. Good team. Going to be a good challenge for the Bulldogs tonight, coming off a 58-0 win last week. Last of 4 home games in a row over the Montoursville Warriors. In last week's games against common opponents, again, Shamokin won 14-0 over Central Columbia. Mifflinburg lost to Milton 26-29. Shikellamy lost to Bloomsburg 20-7. Selinsgrove on the road at Hollidaysburg 38-28 was a winner. Central Mountain lost big to Garden Spot 45-6. Lewisburg 42-7 over Midwest. Canton shut out Athens, their 5th shutout of the season, so the defense has been very impressive. And then we always mention Columbia Montour-Votech because they are a 4A team in District 4. Could be a playoff team. They lost to Montrose 28-14. So that brings us to the game tonight, Nate. 2 undefeated teams don't often happen this late in the season.
That's for sure. It's senior night here in Canton, Pennsylvania. The ride up 14 through Trout Run off 15 was absolutely gorgeous. We couldn't ask for a better night tonight under the lights here in Canton. We're going to take a quick break. And we'll be back right after this infomercial. You're listening to the Bear Country Sports Network, Jersey Shore High School football.
Angie's List you know and trust is now Angie, and we're so much more than just a list. We still connect you with top local pros and show you ratings and reviews, but now we also let you compare upfront prices on hundreds of projects and book a service instantly. We can even handle the rest of your project from start to finish. So remember, Angie's List is now Angie, and we're here to get your job done right. Get started at Angie.com. That's ANGI, or download the app today.
Want
to sell a house? Want to buy a house? Then call the Dave Winkleman team at Anchor Realty in Lock Haven. Dave's a graduate of Jersey Shore High School. He and his wife Jan live in South Avis, the parents of 7 children. So you know the Dave Winkleman team is motivated to market your home and find you a new one. 570-858-0777. Ask Dave how he can guarantee your home will sell within 90 days. The Dave Winkleman team at Anchor Realty, 57 Belfont Avenue in Lock Haven, ready to serve you. 570-858-0777.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean. Of course I use Mr. Clean Magic Eraser to clean tough messes off my stovetop and bathtub. But then I discovered I can also use it to easily clean my patio furniture and even my shoes. I'm hooked.
And when wipes won't cut it, I use Magic Eraser Sheets. They're thin and flexible erasers, perfect for everyday messes, like gunk on my counters and sinks. They really are magical.
The reviews are in. Mr. Clean Magic Eraser and Sheets make cleaning look easy.
Visit the Twilight Diner in Loganton, where tasty, fresh-made food is available when you want it. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Choose a burger, homemade pizza, stromboli, their famous mountain sandwich, or anything on their menu. See it on their Facebook page. Now home of the Loganton area's only beer cave. The Twilight Diner, 603 North Mill Street, just off the Loganton exit of Interstate 80. 570-725-3911 for takeout. The Twilight Diner in Loganton.
Have you wanted to speak a new language but thought it'd be too difficult or take too much time? Then try Babbel. In just 15 minutes a day, Babbel teaches you conversations that you will actually use. With 14 languages and lesson topics like travel, business, relationships, and more, you'll learn what matters most to you. Babbel. Language for life. Learn a new language with ease. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's Babbel.com.
It's time for an insurance review. Every now and then, you need to know you're getting the best coverage at the best price. So here's a phone number, 570-865-5191. State Farm agent Jason Eberhardt will give you an overview and make recommendations on how you can protect yourself and your family. Auto, home, life, health, property, or business, it's Eberhardt State Farm. Available online at InsureJerseyShore.com. Eberhardt State Farm in their new offices, 600 Allegheny Street, Jersey Shore. 570-865-5191.
WQBR 99.9 FM.
Hey, we're back here. Nate Carpenter, Doug Byerly, along with Nick Severini. Thanks so much, Nick, for making the trip with us up here to the Northern Tier tonight, helping with the production. It's been great. It's been an awesome journey so far tonight. We missing Vince and to Dave and Karen back at the station. Doug, let's take a look back at last week. Impressive victory for the Dogs in Week 8. We're here in Week 9, but assess some of the things that you saw versus Montoursville as they came to Thompson Street Stadium.
What really was impressive, as it has been all season long, was the Bulldog, Jersey Shore Bulldog defense. They held Montoursville to 30 total yards, and they've only given up 27.8 yards rushing per game. But 30 to hold an opponent to 30 yards total offense is really dominating. Again, not as many tackles for loss in the game 2 weeks ago against Shamokin when they had 20. They still had double-digit tackles for loss. Again, Montoursville's a little banged up with their best player, Marco Paluzzi, lost for the season. They're 4-4, probably going to finish 4-6, but they'll still make the AAA playoffs. But it's still a good team. They've got a lot of good young talent, and Jersey Shore completely shut them down and rolled to that 58-0 win. That's what's really impressive, Nate. While they put up a ton of points, average 60-plus a game, and that's great. Obviously, you need points to win ball games, but the defense has been the dominating thing, and they were dominating again last week against Montoursville, got another shutout. The last thing to mention about the defense is the starting unit on defense has not given up a point all season long.
That's incredible. And when I look back at last week, we talked about maybe changing the script a little bit, not so much to change the identity of who the Bulldogs have been dominating the ground game this year, but they did sling the rock around a little bit last week. They did throw the ball a little bit early on to Peacock, and of course Connor Griffin had the grab with 1.9 ticks before the second quarter horn sounded and they went into halftime. That was impressive. Now tonight, very different scheme. A lot of people talk about Canton's Delaware Wing T, but it's really more of a Naval Academy setup where it's not a true wing T. It's not a Southern Columbia wing team, but they're a dominant run team with some gadgetry plays where they're going to bring some people in motion, some pitch passes. What do you expect to see Canton try to do to establish momentum tonight?
Well, you're right, Nate. Riley Parker is second among area rushers, 944 yards, has scored a touchdown in 22 straight games. And Riley Parker is a legitimate athlete. He's got good size. They have him listed at 6 foot, 190. So he doesn't give up anything on the physical side to a team like Jersey Shore from a bigger classification. He could probably play at any level. He's very, very good. But they don't throw the football very, very much unless they do it off of a gadget play. Well, what's unique, Nate, is they've had 5 different players throw touchdown passes.
I did see those stats.
I mean, that's a little odd. So obviously they sprinkle in those gadget plays, but they do them very well because when they use them, they score. So that'll be something obviously that Alex Jash and Tom Gravish and the defensive unit from the Bulldogs will have to really take a look at. Their defense, Nate, has been really impressive as well. Has Canton 5 shutouts, and their starting defense has held an opponent scoreless for the 7th straight week. So it'll be very interesting. 2 very strong defenses. You have the difference in classifications. Will that make a difference? I don't know. Well, it'll probably make the difference in a ball game as it is in any ball game. Who turns it over? Does somebody turn it over where you score right off that play? And does somebody get a lead early and then force somebody to do something?
Taking your money and your power and your arm and leg. Boost Mobile gives your power back with an unlimited plan for $25 a month on one of America's largest 5G networks. We can't give you back your arm and your leg because we're not qualified surgeons. Unless you're an iguana who can grow limbs back. Switch to Boost and get an unlimited plan for $25 a month. Boost Mobile. Unleash your power. New customers only. One line, $25 per month with autopay. Additional restrictions apply. See boostmobile.com for details.
When you're looking to move to something bigger or smaller, new construction or a fixer-upper, in town or out of town, your first call should be to Brady Carnahan at SWC Real Estate, 570-295-8233. Through the years, SWC has become an industry leader committed to excellence by offering the most comprehensive marketing solutions. At SWC Realty, it's simple. We just market your home better. Call Brady Carnahan today, 570-295-8233.
At Boot Barn, we believe that the cowboy boot is an American icon. Today's boots are not only rooted in history, but are enhanced with modern technology features for the working cowboy. Ariat boots are built with advanced technology that provides the comfort and support of a high-performance athletic shoe, yet still has the functionality and durability of the iconic cowboy boot. And at Boot Barn, we carry over 250,000 pairs of Ariat boots nationwide. Ariat at Boot Barn.
McMahon, Ferguson & Associates Insurance Agency is your local Erie insurance agency. They handle your home, auto, commercial, and life insurance needs. Let's talk life insurance. If something happened to you, would your family be prepared? Let McMahon, Ferguson & Associates craft the perfect life insurance policy for you. Call 570-398-4090 or visit 1020 Allegheny Street, Jersey Shore. McMahon, Ferguson & Associates Erie Insurance Agency.
My name is Rose, and I've been driving a school bus for 25 years for Susquehanna Transit Company. Susquehanna Transit is family owned and operated. If you can drive a car, you can drive a school bus. The hours and pay are great, with many opportunities to earn even more money. So come meet the staff and trainers and be a part of a great family. Call 570-753-5125.
Everything you need in one place. Jiffy Market in Jersey Shore. Now your first choice for great hot food, breakfast sandwiches, bagels, French toast sticks, boneless wings, hash browns, garbage fries, and taco wraps. PA lottery tickets and skill games and ATM fresh-made sandwiches, meat and cheese by the pound, snacks, candy, slushies, and more. all at Jiffy Market. Everything you need in one place. Across from the post office in downtown Jersey Shore. Stop and shop. Jiffy Market in Delhi.
WQBR, The Bear, Cutting Edge Country.
Nate Carpenter, Bear Country Sports Network. Tom Gravish, great to be here again with you tonight. Week 9, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. Great to be here. Thanks for coming.
Yeah, it's a great day to be a Bulldog.
Sure is.
Listen, Canton this week, up 8-0. You know, a lot of times you're not covered. You know, we just talked about sometimes the press gives you press and sometimes they don't. You're not looking for that. You're 0-0 this week, looking to be 1-0. But what do you see that you learned from last week against Montoursville that you carry over this week? Again, I know it's just that next domino. You had a great week of practice. You said, let's talk about last week and building upon that.
Yeah, what we reminded our guys is the Montoursville week, we were laser focused on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and they had hit all the check boxes to be prepared to play great. They practiced with intensity, enthusiasm, determination, and we always emphasize it's important to finish that play, whether you're blocking, tackling, running, and that they did. So we just reminded our guys, hey, we had a pretty solid performance against Montoursville. We improved in some areas that we had some issues with, and so we've been pushing the same thing. We had a great week of practice. We had the best Thursday practice we've had the entire year tonight, and we expect that we'll play well on Friday. Coach Seacrest of Canton, he's just an unbelievable coach. His staff, they're awesome. They're great people, and so are their players. Hey, we've been a fan of Canton football the last couple of years, watching them in the playoffs, and I'm sure they'll go far in the playoffs again this year. But we have tons of respect for them, their tradition, their town, their families. But we're looking forward to going and showing what we can do on Friday.
You know, to build upon what you said, that cherry on top, you talk about doing, tackling and blocking and finishing plays. You cleaned up some of the penalties last week against Montoursville. But how about the hit that Connor Griffin had in the flats? Completely legal, zero targeting, led with his shoulder, but bang, bang. That was a nice play. And then comment on the peacock block as he came from right to left in motion. I don't know if you saw the film where he just kind of decleated a guy and just finished that play. I mean,
right. That's the extra finish we're talking about. We always talk about, you want to finish that play with intensity. Connor fit, their pass receiver out in the flat. He fit him up, totally legal. And I think it sent a message, that Jersey Shore, we're focused tonight. But we're always talking about we want to be decisive. We want to be decisive. We want to be explosive. From start to finish, straight to the end of the finish of the play, and that they were on both of those plays when, people, get decleated.
Talk about some of the things. I know Southern in the past, if people have had a little flavor for it, they've seen Southern run the wing tee to perfection. Canton runs a similar wing tee. What do they do that's unique with their wing tee setup?
They kind of run, I would call it more of a Navy run offense. They're like the Naval Academy, and they motion. You have to know your keys. You have to split your defense right down the middle. This guy's in charge of the quarterback. This guy's in charge of the fullback. This guy, if they get to a pitch, this guy has pitch. If they motion, you got to recognize that. You got to communicate it to one side of the defense to the other, and then be aware what could come back at you. So they have quite a few nice gadget plays that they execute very well against their opponents. And you got to be concerned. You can't take a play off. But we look forward to that challenge, and it's a little different than we faced any time this year, and we look forward to it.
I had a chance to get a little bird's eye view, and every now and then you get a nugget of truth. You get something that you see that you can tangibly say, that's why there's a level of excellence with this Bulldog program under your leadership and your coaches. Walking off the field the other night, we were joking around with the kids, and there was Breck Miller with a significant friend or whoever he was with, and he said, hey, thanks, Coach. Thanks for throwing me a bone and giving me a chance to run one in the end zone. That touched my heart. How does that make you feel as a coach?
Well, I mean, we have a lot of great kids. Breck just happens to be one of them.
Right.
But to hear someone say, hey, thank you like that, he deserved that opportunity. And people don't see what he does day in, day out, Monday through Friday for a football program, what he's meant, throughout the summer months the last 2 years. And he, as I told you before, he's really more than just a kicker. He can cover as a corner. He can play wide receiver. He can be a jet sweep guy in which he scored that touchdown. And we just thought all the hard work and that he's put into and how much he means to our team, how much our players respect him, that we give him a couple opportunities to showcase maybe what he can do with a different position.
Yeah, it was special. I wanted him on the ice bath with the leg elevated, but when he scored, I was just, man, the press box erupted. Everybody knew what you were up to, and it just goes to say, hey, listen, thanks for all you do. And you have tons of kids like that. Every time I see your kids, we talk about their behavior in restaurants, out in public, the humility, and, you know, they have a swagger. When it comes to respect, it's always been there. Now, last question. This week, what are some of the things that you've talked about continuing to do with this head-to-head matchup against Canton?
We just want to maintain our focus and our intensity. We always feel like we dictate who's in control of a football game. And we want to be in manageable down and distance situations on the offense to where we don't have to be in, 3rd and 24. We want to put Canton in unmanageable down and distance situations and test them to see if, what are they going to do on 3rd and long when they're primarily a run team. They can throw it. They do have big, tall, fast wide receivers. But we want to put them in uncomfortable positions. We want to play lights out on the specialties and play Bulldog ball for 48 minutes. And which means we got to play with intensity. We got to be decisive. We got to be explosive. And we got to play one Bulldog team, one heart, one Bulldog team.
It's been that way all year. I hope you keep it rolling. It's, as you said, tradition never graduates. The turnout's been fantastic. The word on the street is, just keep it rolling. Humble, healthy.
Keep them humble and hungry.
And there you go. And the hunger that you talked about this week, having a great practice tonight. Even the kids, they seem to be loving what they're doing. So thanks for always taking the time out to talk to us at the station. And it's a great day to be a Bulldog.
Yeah, it sure is. Thank you.
Thank you.
When it matters, companies need more than just a delivery service. Cintas delivers full service and the reliability that comes with having a dedicated Cintas service rep who understands your business, which means they deliver confidence and peace of mind, too. For uniforms, cleaning essentials, mats, first aid and safety supplies, and fire protection services, discover the personal attention you get with Cintas.
Oh, I'm ready!
Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
Let me ask you a question. What do you see when you look at your car? Do you just see taillights? Or your dog's tail wagging when you first brought him home? Do you see 4 tires or 2 tired kids in the back seat after their first day of school? Other insurance companies just see a car, but a State Farm agent sees what your car really means to you. So why not give it the protection it deserves?
Jim Ely, State Farm Insurance, 105 Thomas Street, Jersey Shore, 570-398-2828.
You probably already know that with every Woodlands Bank personal checking and savings account, we provide online and mobile banking. However, did you also know we offer cutting-edge technology, just like the big banks, for free? Tools such as mobile check deposit, Apple and Samsung Pay, and access to Zelle, a fast, safe, and easy way to send and receive money with family and friends in the moment. To learn more about the cool and convenient technology we offer, or to open your personal account online today, visit woodlandsbank.com. Mobile network carrier fees might apply. Zelle is available to United States bank account holders only. Terms and conditions apply. Woodlands Bank, member FDIC.
Our name defines what we do. Realty Lease Properties in Lock Haven. Residential, commercial, student. We can find a place for you in Lock Haven Williams Porter State College. Find out all about us online at realtyleaseproperties.com. Everything from available space to forms you need to apply. You can even pay your rent online. Call Dana or Selena using their new phone number, 570-748-7032. Realty Lease Properties, East Main Street, downtown Lock Haven. Open weekdays 9 till 4. Start leasing today.
Today on Hey Culligan, soft water, cleaner environment. What do you say, Greg?
Hey Culligan, are you saying if I have a Culligan high-efficiency water softener, I'm also helping the environment?
It sounds like you're saying it, Greg, and yes you are, because with the Culligan high-efficiency water softener, you'll use less detergent, soap, and harsh chemicals, and that's good for the planet.
Now you're saying it.
You bet I am, Greg. Soft water and a cleaner environment is already on the way. Let us help you out with a free in-home water test from a local Culligan water expert at Culligan.com.
Everything costs more, and lots of us are worried about how much we'll spend this coming winter to heat our homes. Make sure to call Hollick's Coal & Oil in Jersey Shore, 570-398-1190, providing stove, nut, pea, buckwheat, and rice coal, heating oil, outside mix kerosene, and off-road diesel. A fixture in the Jersey Shore community for the last 72 years. Hollick's Coal & Oil, ready to keep you warm this winter. 570-398-1190, online at hollickscoalonoil.com.
It's Bear Country, 99.9 FM.
We're back here tonight. Nate Carpenter, Doug Byerly. What an awesome opportunity to watch two juggernauts tonight. You know, Canton ranked so high in single A right now, one of the top teams in the state, and Jersey Shore has been rolling. And they've had a great season, both teams coming in 8-0. We're going to talk about, Doug, right now, some keys to the kingdom as far as both teams are concerned. Obviously, you want to win the special team side of the coin. You want to limit your penalties and your turnovers. But aside from that, where do you see the matchups potentially being problematic for either team?
Well, both teams obviously have very impressive statistics. Canton averaged 47.1 points per game, only allow 4.8 yards per game. They roll up 363.5. They only allow 108.1. So they match up real well when you look at the statistics with Jersey Shore. We talked about their 5 shutouts and that their defense has not allowed a point in 7 of those games. They have a running back that has almost gotten 1,000 yards. Riley Parker with 944, touchdown in 22 straight games. Hudson Ward leads the defense, having a big year at linebacker, and the defense has produced 3 touchdowns, just like Jersey Shore's defense and special teams have produced some scores as well. So really very impressive. 2 8-0 teams. We'll talk about who they beat when we come back as the game rolls on, but really, really impressive. It'll be interesting to see how does Shore match up and perform on the road against a team that feels that they can upset the Bulldogs.
Well, you're right. And Jersey Shore came off 4 weeks of home games, home contests. The home field advantage is always positive at Thompson Street. Great crowds. Tonight here, it's an hour trip. It is a change in routine. But I think for Jersey Shore tonight, they've got to be ready to match the physicality in the sense and be willing to take a hit. This is going to be a team that's going to punch back, but at the same time, not change what they've been doing consistently all year. Stay in tune mentally, limit the penalties, and come out swinging for the fences.
Well, you're absolutely right. They're going to be led by their senior defensive player, Mason Nelson. He's one of Canton's most valuable players, and you talk about that physicality, Nate. He's 6'2", 290, and he can run. We saw him in the pregame. So they have some players up front that'll really be tough to handle for the Bulldogs. Really the first test all year long where a team feels, hey, we can beat this Jersey Shore team. We can match up with them and do all the things that they do. It's going to be a great ball game tonight.
It'll be interesting if Canton's able to get into the shotgun, move the pocket a little bit, and go to the air, because obviously with the ground and pound, they've been so lived by that this year. I think they've limited the passing to like 30 or 35 passes for the year, so they don't typically throw the football. We talked about that. They've had 4 or 5 guys who've thrown the football, but their main go-to quarterback is going to be Austin Allen tonight, and he's slick. I've seen him throw the rock around here in pregame. He's got a nice arm, got some athletic, scatty receivers, and a real stout running back in 25, Riley Parker. So, beautiful night here, and I can't think of a better time than to just take a break. You're listening to Jersey Shore High School football on the Bear Country Sports Network.
We tried Dynovite nutritional supplement, and after a couple of weeks, we noticed a big difference. Our little Gizmo's coat was shinier, and there was a lot less scratching and shedding.
My dog smelled and scratched constantly. We bathed and sprayed her, took her to the vet, but no results. Now, a little Dynovite in her food helps Bella keep her beautiful coat with no scratching or smell.
Happier, healthier with every bite. Over 1 million pets helped with Dynovite.
Wouldn't it be great if you could get auto, power sports, RV, home, life, fire, commercial, farm, tenant, and or personal liability insurance all from one agency? Well, that's where Hafley Nationwide Insurance comes in. They can help protect what's important to you. So why not simplify your life? See Hafley Nationwide Insurance in Lock Haven. 570-748-2926. Nationwide is on your side. Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates, Columbus, Ohio, subject to underwriting guidelines, review, and approval.
Exergen wants you to know about an important study just released by the FDA. It confirms what the medical community has known all along. Non-contact thermometers are not accurate, and they fail to meet FDA requirements for accuracy in labeling. With new strains of COVID on the rise, we can't afford to tolerate the rampant false temperature readings from non-contact thermometers. You need Exergen thermometers because they are accurate and backed by over 100 clinical studies. Be sure, be accurate with Exergen. Learn more at Exergen.com.
First Quality in Lock Haven and Macallan is recruiting new team members. Receive competitive wages, $1.50 shift premium, insurances that begin day one, bonuses, and a team-oriented culture. There are immediate openings in Lock Haven and Macallan for full-time production, maintenance, and warehouse positions. To apply, go online to joinfq.com. That's joinfq.com. First Quality is an equal opportunity employer.
Did you know a fire department responds to a fire every 23 seconds? First Alert is reminding you to be prepared by installing smoke and carbon monoxide alarms on every level and in each bedroom of your home. Don't forget to add First Alert fire extinguishers on every level, plus in common spaces like the kitchen, and know how to use them. Protect your whole home with safety you can trust by visiting firstalert.com and Lowe's stores today.
Fred Ham Incorporated has proudly served Lycoming and Clinton counties with residential and commercial trash removal since 1968. Family-owned company that cares about the environment and their customers. They provide extensive trash removal and recycling options, including bags, cans, dumpsters, even small and large roll-offs. They have a fleet of trucks for reliable pickup and convenient online bill pay. Call Fred Ham Incorporated today at 570-398-1814.
Cutting Edge Country, WQBR. The Bear.
Nate Carpenter, Doug Byerly back here at Miller Memorial Stadium. Canton, the home of the Warriors. Captains are at center field, 64. Mason Harold, number 20. Michael Davis.
Indicates
and there's a third. Let me get a number on him. I believe it's 27.
Yep.
That'd be Hudson Ward. And for the Bulldogs, 68 Rooney. Peacock, number 2. Number 11, Brady Jordan. And number 44, Hayden Packard. Let's take a look here, Doug, and see who won the toss.
Well, the Bulldogs won the toss, and they elected to receive. The officials tonight are from the Center County area, State College District 6, led by their referee, Todd Desmond. Second time Jersey Shore has seen a Center County refereeing crew, so brought them in from out of the district to do this ball game, so great to see that. See what the Bulldogs do here first on offense tonight, and they're going to be led on the offensive side. Dirk Stets, Dyson Delaney, Jared Palski, Owen Vanderuff, Zach Rooney lead the way up front. Connor Griffin, Peyton Samar, Dathan Tyson, all at the wide receiver positions. Cooper Peacock as well, Brady Jordan, Hayden Packer, and Elijah Jordan in the backfield. We'll see those guys shuffle in and out as they've done all year long. Cooper Peacock and Elijah Jordan back deep to receive this kickoff. Nate, here we go. Week number 9, 2 undefeated teams ready to go head-to-head.
Great to be able to do this broadcast tonight. Hope you're listening right now to this contest tonight here in Canton. 2 undefeateds, 8-0. The kicking duties for Canton, number 6, Bailey Ferguson, a senior, 5'11", 160. Kicks off center field. It's a boot. It's deep. Peacock fumbles the football, picks it up. No room. Immediately met. Met at the 20. Did get it out to the 20-yard line. Low line drive kick, Doug. Something we rarely see from Peacock. At least he got on the football and advanced to the 20.
Now a little bit of a knuckleball coming at them there, and sometimes they are hard to field. Canton defense, they're fired up. They're ready to go. They feel they can match up really well here against this team. They want to shut down the run here early and force Jersey Shore to throw the football.
Brady Jordan is in the shotgun right now. To his right is Hayden Packer. Motions right to left. Twins package to the trips. Hayden Packer off the counter. Met immediately. Good downfield pursuit by the defensive front line for a pickup of 1.
Gain of about 2.
Gage Pepper, Mason Nelson in there on that tackle.
Brady Jordan, shotgun. Packer to the right. He fakes the pitch. No, he gets the pitch off. Packer gets it. Downfield, north and south. Shoestring tackle, nearly broken. Game-saving tackle. Those dark numbers are hard to see tonight, Doug.
They really are hard to see. Really good option there by Brady Jordan. Forced the pitch early. Weston Bellows, but really good run there by Hayden Packer to pick up a first down.
Inches from taking that to the house. Shotgun Brady Jordan. Trips left. Hands off immediately up the middle. Again, they're going to pound the ball. That front 5 of the Dogs are always stingy. Push the pile a little bit. Narrow pickup.
And this Canton defense, they feel they can stop the run of any opponent. We'll see what they do here early.
Brady Jordan, the gun. Pitch left. He gets it to Packer. Packer gets on the outside. Gets north and south. Just shy of the first down. Going to be about a yard short. Nice pickup. They've had nice pitch relationship there, Doug.
Bulldogs have really run that that option pitch much better this season long, and that's been the play here in this first series of drives that has worked the best.
Their own 40.
Stack in the box, motions left to right, Elijah Jordan. Brady Jordan in the gun. He's going to keep it. He's going to roll. He's looking to throw. He's just going to keep it. Cuts back upfield. Gets to the outside. Pickup of about 8 yards. Really good decision. He is dual threat. We don't see that a lot, but that was the wise decision.
Well, he had the option to pass that one and looked quite a long time before he pulled that down and run. Really good decision by the senior quarterback.
Bulldogs out close to midfield at the 48 of their own. Shotgun. Jordan keeps it, gets to the outside, stiff arms a man, brought down, good tackle, and they're going to call a flag.
Yeah, hard to see, and that flag comes from the referee in the back, but he had him around the top there somewhere, and sometimes you just never know. He calls a horse collar tackle there, so he got the hands in there around. What's really impressive, Nate, this Warrior team for single A, they're big. Up front.
They're big and they move well east to west. What impresses me isn't just the size, but it's the lateral movement. They're not stuck in quicksand tonight. A big break for the Bulldogs, though, on that 15-yard personal foul. Brady Jordan in the shotgun, 1st and 10. He's going to keep it right up the middle. Hole closes quickly, but boy, that's a really stingy spot on that. They gave him a yard. It looked like he picked up 3 or 4.
Michael Davis in on that defensive tackle. What's really impressive as well, not only the size up front, but like you said, Nate, these guys can run.
Trips right, Brady Jordan in the shotgun. Fakes the handoff, keeps it. He's going to take it to the outside. He springs to the outside. Brought down by the ankles. Pickup of about 5 on that play.
Riley Parker on the tackle there for the Canton defense. What you see on that side, Nate, they're very sure tacklers, just like Jersey Shore. They get their hands on you, they bring you to the turf.
Trips left. Packard to the right side of Brady Jordan. Hands off. He keeps it. He follows Packard up the middle, and he's going to be a yard short. Decision time right now. First time in the game. Big decision time for Coach Gravish in this offense, with 4th and about a long 1 or 2.
Yeah, probably a good 2 on that. Be interesting. You could punt it and really try and pinch him down, but you would think maybe Coach Gravish is going to say, hey, you know what, we believe in our defense as well, so even if we wouldn't pick it up, we're going to take a chance here on 4th down, and they are.
They're taking their time. Play comes in from the sideline. Twins left and right. Hayden Packard to the right. Brady Jordan in the gun. Motions right to left. It's handed off. Packard gets it up the middle. And he moves, they push the pile, and I'll be honest, Doug, I believe he's short.
Well, if he got to the line, he got it. He's not to the line, so if they measure for this, he would be a little bit short, and they moved it back a little bit. He is definitely going to be short, so the Canton Warrior defense holds on that 4th and a long 2.
Big stop on that play. Jersey Shore deciding to keep that in the tackles, not questioning the play call, but you know what? Hat on a hat. Give the credit to the Canton defense in that front 4.
Did a nice job up front. Bulldog defense first time on the field.
Canton comes out, and the wing T, Delaware. Under center, number 9, Austin Allen. Long count. He keeps it up the middle, gets met immediately. Wise decision, though. He said, I'm going to get a yard.
Tate Sechrist, Luke Springman, Zach Rooney, Dirk Six, Max Engel, and others up front. Peyton Samar, Packer, Griffin, Jordan, Peacock, and Tyson would be the defenders. Of course, I forgot Gabe Andrus at that right defensive end for the Bulldogs.
In what looked like a yard, they gave him 2 on that. So I'm going to keep an eye on the football tonight. 2nd and 9, under center is Allen. Single back, 2 slots, motions left to right. It's the quick pitch, and it's fumbled, and right there is Tate Sechrist. And Tate Sechrist, just that bobble is all it takes. He doesn't need a bobble, but he got one.
Well, and that's what you can't do if you're Canton. You can't throw the timing off in that type of offense. This offense relies on a little bit of sleight of hand with the ball movement and then quick hitters, or get to the outside and pin everybody inside. If you mess it up with a bad toss, and that was a bad toss, not really the running back's fault there, it allows your defense to react. Tate Sechrist doesn't need the time to react. He's there. Big loss there for a team that doesn't like to throw the football. We'll see if they do here early.
7:45 on the clock. First quarter's scoreboard reads 0-0. 3rd and 17 on that last tackle by Tate Sechrist for loss. In the shotgun now is Austin Allen. And there they are. You talk about it, Doug. Canton's going to take a timeout.
Well, it's something when you're a run team, a run-centric team, and really you rely on the halfback options, what we call the gadget-type plays, to mess up your defenders and throw the football. When you really don't throw the football as part of your offense and you're 3rd and 17, you're where the defense wants you to be. So Alex Jackson, he's thinking, hey, we can give up some yards here, but don't give up the big play in the first down to give the momentum back to the offense.
Well, and a lot of time those gadget plays work on 3rd and mediocre. 3rd and 17 is a tough call for a gadget play because you can have someone play in center field. So Canton came out in the shotgun before the timeout. They're facing a 3rd and 17 with the ball on their very own 25-yard line. Austin Allen is in the shotgun. Twins right, twins left, with Parker also split out to the right slot. The Dogs in the 5-2 with an extra backer walking back. Hayden Packard is on the outside. Snaps back. Allen looks to the flats. He throws a screen and bobbles deflected. It's intercepted.
The ball is tipped.
Intercepted. Deflection. And you know what? Playing center field that time at linebacker, they walked out Hayden Packer, and he was Johnny on the spot.
Defense really did a nice job. Recognized right away that was a screen, and they kind of held up on the rush instead of trying to sack the quarterback. Got the deflection. Hayden Packer with the diving interception.
Trips left, single right. 5-down lineman. Brady Jordan in the shotgun. Hayden Packer to his right. Snap is back. Fakes the handoff. He's going to take it to the edge. He's got room. He's going to throw deep. And it's deflected. Good defense. The defensive back did not get his head turned around, but they say there was no contact. That was well covered.
Very good covering. I believe that's Davis out there. He's a nice-sized kid at 6'1", so good matchup there. Good delivery there by Brady Jordan, right on target into the end zone, under a little pressure from that defensive rush as well.
Trips left again. Brady Jordan will be in the shotgun. He's been in the gun all night. Hayden Packer to his right, single to the right. Fake the handoff, right to the flats. Throws to Connor Griffin. Defense comes up quick. Griffin picks up 4. And you know what? We talked about one thing I said before the game was team speed. Canton's quick.
Oh, they can run. There's no question about it. This is the quickest team that has matched up well against the Bulldogs all year.
3rd down and 5. Brady Jordan the gun. Motions left to right. Goes Elijah Jordan. It's a quick pass to the flats. He's wide open. He's got room. Does he make a man miss? Cuts back inside. Good tackle in the flats. Well executed. The motion man was Elijah Jordan left to right, and they just dump it to him in the flats.
Little swing pass out of the backfield. Really haven't seen that much all year long. Good delivery there by Jordan to Jordan.
Jordan to Jordan. In the gun is Jordan. Left is Hayden Packer. Trips left. Jordan's going to keep it. He doesn't pitch it. He just goes north and south, and that's a touchdown. Bulldogs are on the board here in Canton.
All of that set up, Nate, by the first drive where they ran to the outside multiple times and ran the option to the outside and pitched it. There he feigned that, and then boom, right up the center. Broke open. Good blocking up front by the linemen who've done that all season long. Nice touchdown run by Brady Jordan.
Breck Miller on for the PAT. It's going to be a Palski snap to a Peacock hold. It's Palski to Peacock. The hold is down. The kick is up. The kick is good. Breck Miller is good again tonight. 1 for 1 on the night. 7-0 Bulldogs. 6:47. Let's go back to that score, Doug. We talked about it, and then we'll go to commercial here with our sponsors. But what a great decision. You know, he'd been reading the end and keeping it to the outside. That time he read the end and said, I'm not pitching that. I'm taking up the middle.
Well, and your guys up front really adjusted to that, gave him a hole in the middle for him to see. And Brady Jordan really has become adept at that. He's a really nice high school quarterback in regard to what do I do with the football? What do I do? Do I pitch it now? Do I keep it and take it? Does he make the decision all the time the correct way? No, but that was the correct decision. And he showed decision-making and speed to get into the end zone for the first score of the night. Our kickoff brought to you by Joe's Equipment, offering sales, service, and parts. Cement Drive, Jersey Shore. Thanks to them all season long. 570-398-1391.
You know, Coach Gravich has talked about that this year. Everybody talks about his explosiveness, his dual threat potential, but one thing Coach says all the time is his decision making. He really has matured in the mental game. Breck Miller is going to kick off here. Receiving this kick is the Canton Warriors, looking to get back on the board the first time tonight. Kick is deep. Kick is returned at the 7-yard line. That's 25. They fake it. It's a reverse. They smell it out, and he's tackled at about the 20-yard line. They're going to throw a flag late.
Word on the return.
Not sure what that flag's all about. We'll let the officials tell us.
Wow, that came from the very end official right in front of at the 50-yard line. Can't be on the tackle. He had him around the ankle, so that'll be interesting. A little razzle-dazzle there, but Jersey Shore did a really nice job. You can tell they've seen that before, prepared for that, stayed in their lanes, and then said, all right, who has the football? Let's go get them.
Yeah, I saw the tail end of that play. I saw the tackle. They're going to talk about this. But, again, that flag came from so far away on the back end of that play. Again, like you said, 30 to 40 yards away. It looks like they're motioning to the Bulldogs, but I'm like, there was nobody around that football other than one or two tacklers, and it was a clean tackle.
Yeah, it's interesting, and you never know. Was there a blocker out in front that had a hold of somebody, or they're saying, hey, they were completely out of the play, we're going to pick that one up. They usually don't do that at the high school level. We'll see if they do here. That's not a legal substitution, is it?
12 men on the field against the Jersey Shore Bulldogs.
There's no way we had 12 men on the field.
Well, that would be a surprise, but that's going to go against Jersey Shore. So you had them pinned down at the 20. Now you're going to get that out about the 35-yard line. That's a 15-yarder, right?
And what I don't understand is we've kicked off more than any high school football program in the state this year and had 11 men each time. I counted helmets before that kick. So we'll get past that. We'll move on. That is an absurd call.
So with the yardage mark-off, the Warriors...
So anyway, Bulldogs on defense now in the Alice Jackson 5-2. Canton gets 15 yards on the 12th man on the field on the kickoff for the Bulldogs. Great field position now here. What would have been the 20 is now the 35. In the tee right now. Under center goes Austin Allen. Singles left and right. Motions left to right. Handoff up the middle. Good hole. Big blocking. Parker followed his blocks extremely well. Cut off the tail end of number 50. And that was a pancake. Mason Nelson doing some damage up front on that interior line of the Warriors.
Well, Nate, you would expect that Canton's going to be able to run the football at points in the ball game tonight because that's what they do. And they've got the guys up front to move. A really good movement there between the tackles by Riley Parker, the running back.
And Canton's made a decision with Allen under center right now. They're going to try between the tackles. Motions right to left. Hands off immediately again. Oh, bounced it outside. That's Bellows. Bellows is snowed in. Number 7.
Ball carrier.
And he had his best game of the year last week, had over 100 yards against Athens when Canton scored 21 points early in the ball game, I think in the first quarter, and then no more scoring throughout the ball game. So the defense obviously played very well. It sounded like they were a little bit frustrated with their offense that they couldn't add to that early lead in last week's game.
Right now it's going to be 2nd and 12 ball on the 45-yard line. Canton under center goes Allen. Single back behind him. Slots left and right. Motions right to left. Back up the middle immediately. Hands off. Good run again by Parker. Parker says, you're not going to bring me down with a bump.
Riley Parker, the ball carrier.
Yeah, we talked about that in the pregame. I mean, he's a legitimate-sized kid at 190. I mean, he's got very, very good speed, so broke a couple tackles there, turned that into a medium gain to a nice gain. And you would have to think, Nate, they're in 4-down territory here.
And what Canton's doing extremely well right now are using the close-sided slots as lead blockers, and they're just pulling them like guards. And that's been very effective. 3rd down and 2 on the 45-yard line. Under center goes Allen. Dog stacking the box. Allen motions the man left to right. Hands off immediately up the middle. And again, he just met. And he's going to be a yard short.
Parker off tackle.
Good surge there by the Bulldog defense led by Lee Springman. So it's going to be 4th and probably a yard-ish, maybe. It may be a half a yard as the official moves it over the line there. So again, if you're in 4-down territory, no matter what, if you're Canton.
Yeah, they're going to definitely go for this. But the Dogs have to watch. They have to do 2 things. They have to watch for the hard count, but yet still fire out. So it's going to come down to the cadence. Allen's under center. This time lead blocker, the first time we've seen a traditional I formation. Motion right to left. Hands off the left side, and that's just met. Parker's met. They smelled it out. That eye did not work. The Dogs had a seeing eye dog there.
Actually, that I formation probably really hurt him because you just went away from what you're doing, and you're saying we're going to come right here with the lead blocker and the guys up front, including Dyson Delaney, Zach Rooney. They were all there. Lee Springman cleaned it up on the end, stopped them on 4th down.
I agree. That delay did not help Canton. The officials doing a good job here from Center County, setting the rock and getting it rolling. Brady Jordan in the gun. Single back, Hayden Packard throws to the flats immediately. Cooper Peacock makes a man miss. They're going to call a hold.
Pass is complete.
So I don't know if that can be a hold. How did Zach Rooney get all the way out there to lead the block there for Cooper Peacock? But that's what they're probably going to call. Yep, it's going to go against the Bulldogs. Here's a great one. Steve Wadsworth, we talk about him at Patriot Sponsor. So he's watching the game through the video link on their iPhone, Nate, listening to us on the radio. So really appreciate people finding a way to tune in, not only to listen to us on the Bear Country Sports Network, but to watch the video as well here from Canton. So they picked that up.
Yep, and the gun is Jordan. To his right is Packer. Trips left. He's going to throw to the flats again. They're going to spread him out. Connor Griffin makes a man miss. Good tackle. They have made some sure tackles tonight. You talked about that technique. Canton Warriors really solid in tackling.
Bailey Ferguson on that one-on-one tackle. So Brady Jordan has been on target, but the receivers for the Bulldogs not able to get yards after the catch.
Watch the hitch and go. I know it's 3rd down and 1 on the 44. In the gun, hands off immediately to Packer. Packer up the middle, nobody's there. He's off to the races. He cuts back, makes a man miss. He's going to the house. 15, 10, 5, touchdown Packer. No flags on the field, Doug. Just that quick, and here's what happens with the Bulldogs, man. He got a seam. He had a major hole you could drive a truck through, didn't he?
I'll tell you, super job up front. The guys, Palski, Dyson Delaney, Lee Springman, Zach Rooney, Dirk Stetz, and then a great cut by Hayden Packer to the outside. Connor Griffin shielding him, didn't even have to make a block to get to the corner of the end zone.
Palski to Peacock. Miller on the kick. The kick is up. The kick is through. 14-0. Let's go back to that, Doug. You know what I noticed, too? Those passes, sometimes those 4- and 5-yard passes don't seem like they're big plays, but they spread the defense out. The defense starts thinking they're going to go to the air on us. They're going to continue to spread us out and bleed us dry. Then you give a quick hitter up the middle to Packer.
Yeah, what's interesting, we know who Canton has beaten this year. Union area, pretty good team. North Penn, Mansfield, Wellsboro, Towanda, South Williamsport, Wyalusing Valley, Montgomery, and Athens. How many of them, Nate, throw the football and spread the field out? We don't really know that. Probably a lot of them don't, because the smaller schools, for the most part, seem to be run-centric. You know, that's just the way it has been. And you're right, it does spread the field just enough, and boy, all you need is a seam for these Bulldog running backs.
Well, Packer made one cut. We talk about his deceptive speed. He made one cut, and it's off. It's over. So great job by the front 5 of the Bulldogs that time. Interior blocking was imposing on that last drive. Breck Miller's going to be kicking off for the 3rd time tonight. The kick is up. The kick is deep. No, it's a squib short. It hits the ground. It's fumbled. Picked up at the 15. Brought out to the 20. Gets out to around the 26-yard line. So a good job in recovery there by the return game.
Really nice job. Again, a little change up there for Breck Miller, and that's what you want to see. You want to, again, try some different things these last couple weeks. What are you doing? What can you use in the playoffs maybe to confuse that return team? Canton, you're down 2 scores. You've not been in that position all season long, Nate. How do they respond? That'll be a big part of how this game ends up.
Right here, they got to sustain a drive. They got to go back to Riley Parker, the bread and butter between the tackles with the lead slot guys. That was really working until they decided to go to the eye on 4th down. Dogs in the box, up 9 guys in the box right now. Allen under center, hands off immediately, off the send. Good run. He breaks outside. Fumble. The ball's on the ground. It's recovered by the Bulldogs. If he stayed in bounds, it's a Bulldog football.
Before the fumble, Nate, again, Riley Parker, again, we've said it earlier, he's very good. He's a tough running back. He's got great speed, breaking tackles. We haven't seen that all season long, but then the punch out at the end, couldn't see who got that to go. Might have been Cooper Peacock, and I believe Hayden Packer got the fumble. He was the first one there anyway, so big turnover for the Warriors.
Yeah, Parker's a beast. He runs vertical. He got vertical. He just happened to fumble, so another mistake for the Warriors. In the gun goes Brady Jordan. To his right is Packer. Trips left. It's going to be a pass. Ooh, and it's deflected. It had to be deflected because that was nearly picked.
Jordan's pass deflected at the line, incomplete.
I'm impressed by the Warrior defense. I tell you, they're stout up front, a word I haven't used in at least a week, but they are very, very good up front. They're very physical, and what's really impressive, they can run sideline to sideline, something we haven't seen teams been able to do consistently all year long.
And I like what the Dogs are doing through the air. I just don't want them to vacate what's worked with the ground game. Motions right to left to the twits. He's going to keep it. That's Brady Jordan. He makes a man miss, fumbles the ball. Someone gets on it for the Bulldogs. Boy, they're fumble happy tonight, Doug.
Good hits. I tell you, you have good solid defense. You have good technique where you're getting a hand in there, punching the football. I think that was Palski able to recover that one. Not sure about that.
Great recovery. The Dogs are facing a 3rd and long, which is not normal. We'll see if they go with the hitch and go. Rolls right. That's incomplete. Intended for Cooper Peacock in the flats.
Had enough in regard to yardage for the first down, but that's a tough throw. You're on the run. got it in the vicinity but not able to come up. So Cooper Peacock's going to drop back for his first punt attempt of the night.
Peacock in punt formation. The Bulldogs punting tonight, facing a 4th and 7. Ball on their very own 44-yard line.
To punt.
Snap is back. Peacock good. The kick is away. It's rugby style. It's low. It's to the right. And he's done an excellent job. That punt gets out of bounds. He's had 5 or 6 of those inside the 20 this year. And that is a huge, huge break for the Bulldogs.
Well, it sets up your defense. Again, I think the Canton Warrior offense, if they break a play, obviously they can take it to the house, but it still pins you down. It probably doesn't change anything that Canton does in regard to decision-making, what play do we run, but boy, it just gears up your defense to say, hey, if we can get a stop here, we're going to get a half a field. If we can get a turnover, we really have a chance to get our 3rd score of the night.
So the Bulldogs have intercepted 1 pass. They've recovered a fumble. They fumbled but didn't lose the fumble. Canton starting off with stingy field position at their own 8. Allen under center. Hard count. Hands off immediately to Parker. Parker gets a yard.
Handoff to Weston Mellows.
Lee Springman, Tate Sechrist right there to hold that one to a very short gain on 1st down.
2nd and 9 Warriors.
So the Canton Warriors still in the wing tee. Double slot, single back, Allen under center, 2nd and 8. He's going to throw the ball. Looks right, looks left. He's pressured up the middle. That looks like
Ward dropping back.
The general Dirk Stetz.
Came from the other side, saw what the quarterback was doing. Lee Springman there at the bottom of that tackle as well. So Springman, the Admiral, and the General Dirk Steps really holding that. That ended up being a loss of a half yard.
I actually thought he'd gained a little bit of ground there. But, you know, the lights tonight, the dark numbers, it's harder for me to see visibility-wise, but this has been a barn burner. 14-0 Dogs, 1:40 to go. Canton facing a 3rd and 8, the ball on their own 10. Allen under center, single back behind him is Parker. Motion left to right. He fakes the pitch. He's going to look back across the side. It's deflected. Parker nearly caught it, but it wouldn't have been good enough for a 1st down.
That was a dangerous play. Lee Springman right in the face of the quarterback there. He's a left-handed guy, had to turn all the way around to try and throw it out to his right side defenders right there, so it falls incomplete. Good defensive scheme there. And here's what we see, Nate. Cooper Peacock, Elijah Jordan at about the 40-yard line of Canton to receive this punt. Shorten up that field.
Canton getting a guy off and an extra guy on. Number 20 back to punt is Michael Davis inside his own end zone. Snap is back. The hold is high, but he gets it off. Gets it off. It's short. It's short. Dogs have to get away from it. Peacock always likes to dance around it, and we know he's done that this year and had some big gains. But the Bulldogs, excellent field position. You talked about this. Even though there was no return on that, they're inside, really, not only the 50, but down to the Canton 40.
That's what you want. Your defense sets all of that up. You force a short punt, set up your offense, 40 yards to go here for your 3rd touchdown of the night.
Hayden Packer split out in the trip side. Twins in a fun package. Brady Jordan runs. He gets to the outside, makes a man miss, cuts up field, tries to cut back. He doesn't like to go out of bounds. He's hit out of bounds after a pickup of 6 or 7.
Brady Jordan.
Nice block there by Hayden Packer. One of the first times all season long we've seen him spread out to that trips right on that play, so he's really out there as a blocker. May have looked at him early, but didn't throw it and then turned that into a nice gain.
Pickup of 6, 2nd and 4. Jordan in the gun. Motion left to right goes Elijah Jordan. Quad side. It's a reverse. It's a reverse to Cooper Peacock. Does he get outside? He cuts back. Nice cutback. Good defense.
To number 2.
And I believe that was cut back by Riley Parker. So he did. If he hadn't made a touch on that, it could have been 6.
Just a nice play there. Something, again, we haven't seen them run that really wide receiver reverse all season long. Held them about a half yard short of the 1st down.
Jordan in the gun. Hayden Packer gets the handoff up the middle, makes a cut. Bulldozes forward. Doesn't go down. They're trying to strip and rip. He does get the 1st down, Doug. Big 3rd down carry there. Good job by the front line.
All you wanted on that play, pick up the 1st down, keep the chains moving, get right set, ready to go here. And the Bulldogs, they are on the line, ready to go. Canton still not set up.
In the gun is Jordan. Jordan keeps it. He's going to take it to the outside. Good block by his brother Elijah. He springs him. Good left to right tackling, though. I'm telling you, Canton can pursue.
They really can. Riley Parker comes from his defensive back position to hold that to no gain on the play. Ended up getting a good block, but still not able to get ahead for a first down. Really impressive is this Canton defense. Not surprised, but that'll be the last play of the first quarter. Bulldogs up 14-0. Nate, we'll go back to the station for the commercials. You're listening to High School Football on the Bear Country Sports Network.
Close to 40 years serving the Jersey Shore area community, All Round Tire, your hometown service and tire sales center. Family owned and operated, All Round Tire features Cooper and many other tire brands, including Michelin and Firestone. Make us your first choice, not only for passenger light truck, farm, and ag tires, but also for service, brakes, exhaust, belts, and hoses. And we offer the only vulcanized flat repairs in the area. PA State Inspection 2, open weekdays 8 till 5, Saturday till noon, All Round Tire, Cement Hollow Road, Jersey Shore.
WQBR 99.9 FM.
Nate Carpenter, Doug Byerly, we're back here at Miller Memorial Stadium. It's a beautiful place to come, Doug. The leaves are on the trees tonight. It's gorgeous weather out here. We're going to start the second quarter with the Dogs up 14-0. You want to talk about some of our sponsors?
Well, I tell you, we're going to do a scoreboard as quickly as we can, and that scoreboard will be brought to you by Herb's Meat Market, the meeting place with quality specialized meats and cheeses, 229 South Main Street, Jersey Shore. But we'll try and squeeze this in, hopefully after another Bulldog score here in a couple of plays.
The Dogs right now, 2nd and 10. Canton being stingy, man, not giving up much on that last outside sweep.
As we begin the second period, the Bulldogs.
Brady Jordan in the shotgun, single back at Elijah Jordan behind him, hands off immediately up the middle, and Canton is right there, and I'm telling you something, physical, getting 3 to 4 yards deep in the backfield. That was number 55 on that play, Ryan Eberly.
Really nice play. First time we've really seen the Canton defense break through the front line of the Bulldogs to get into the backfield. Elijah Jordan had nowhere to go.
So Brady Jordan in the shotgun, Hayden Packer to his left, twins dueling right. He rolls left, he's going to look to throw it, pressured by number 54, goes deep, all alone is Connor Griffin, makes the catch, comes down. He didn't break the plane. What a grab by Connor Griffin, rolling to his left. Brady Jordan threw a dart, and Griffin almost looked like he bobbled it for a second, but he came down inside, just not inside the pylon.
Great route there, under pressure, really good throw by Brady Jordan. Didn't have a whole lot of time to throw that. Senior wide receiver Griffin brings it down for the 1st and goal.
1st and goal now at the 1. Dogs full house backfield. Tate Seacrest in there. They're going to throw it. They're going to run it up there. Did he break the plane? They're not saying he did. I don't know if he even got an inch on that one, Doug.
That push there by the Canton Warrior defense, very, very impressive. Inside, Nate, they are tough.
They're tough right now. Up the middle, boom. Over the top, it's a fumble. And it's into the end zone.
Yep, they're going to call that a fumble and a touchback for the Canton Warriors. So worst case scenario for the Bulldogs, best case scenario for the Warriors. You get them to spill it before you break the plane, and you're going to take over here and stop the Bulldogs from adding to their 2-touchdown lead.
And that's the first time I've seen frustration. I don't even know who got that carry.
I thought that was Elijah Jordan at the end of that. I'm not sure. Could have been Tate Seacrest, but whoever fumble, the bad part is, so that's a touchback. So you get that at the 20, right? You don't get that at the where the ball is.
It should be the 20-yard line. My question is, did the fumble happen after he broke the plane?
Well, the officials obviously said not, because the Warriors are going to take this over. We'll do real quick scoreboard. Nate Shikellamy down by Mount Carmel 7-0. Selinsgrove up 7-0 on Montoursville. Lewisburg 7-3 over Bloomsburg. Danville 14-0 over Bellefonte. Wyoming area, Southern Columbia tied at 7.
So Allen's going to be under center at the 20-yard line after the touchback. Jersey Shore fumbling at the 1 into the end zone. Canton recovering. Snaps back, handoff immediately up the middle out of the I formation. Gain of about 2 on that play out of that I, which did not work on the 4th down, but worked there for a couple.
Well, if you're Canton, you got the huge play on defense to stop your team from going down 20 or 21-0. Now you've got to do something. You either have to put together a long drive or break one here to get on the scoreboard and get the momentum back on your side, because defensively you made the play you needed to make.
Yeah, they made a great play, and that's twice tonight the Dogs have fumbled, and that one cost them. 2nd down and 7. Allen under center, I formation with singles left and right, the hard count, and the Dogs unraveling a little bit. And we talk about emotionally, how do you respond when you make mistakes? And there's some frustration. I see some of the guys, they're jawing a little bit. They're going to recover. but give Canton credit. Go with the hard count.
Resulting in a second.
That's why they're 8-0, Nate. They know how to do a lot of things the correct way, and they got the hard count there. Instead of 2nd and long, it's now 2nd and short.
So 2nd and 2 after the 5-yard encroachment penalty on the Bulldogs. Twins left this time, I formation, Allen under center. 10 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Another hard count. He handed off immediately to the second back. Fumbled again, but he gets on top of it.
Parker on the ball carrier.
Parker fumbled it forward, enough for a first down.
Yep, so if you're Canton, you're happy. Hey, fumble the ball, we'll get the first down and get that fumble back, and we're ready to go.
There's some popping going on tonight, Doug. There's some physical popping going on. You know, those types of collisions. You haven't seen the Bulldogs put the ball on the ground much this year, and I'm sure Canton hasn't either. Both teams a little fumble happy tonight based on the kind of contact being made out there.
Well, last week we saw the Bulldog defense really hard hitting against Montoursville, but didn't see it from the other side. Here you are.
Singles left and right, I formation. Allen under center on this first down and 10. Fake up the middle. Ball's handed off up the middle. Nothing there. They try to counter. They faked it to Parker out of the backfield. It went with the counter, which there was nothing there.
Peyton Samar, Hayden Packer, Gabe Andrus all right there. Really saw where that ball was going to go and really did a nice job. Tackle for loss, going to be 2nd and about 11 for the Warriors.
The Warriors, we talked about this. They're brawny, they're burly, they're big up front. They go with the singles, typically left to right, to try to balance the field out. Single I formation. Allen under center, 2nd and 11. Hands off immediately to the up back. Tries to get a couple. Quick burst. If you notice, that up back is really close to the line.
Weston Bellows on that carry, and again, he had his best game of the season. Has over 500 yards on the year, but has his best game over 100 yards last year against Athens, so he's a guy that can certainly do some things. Again, the Warriors are where they don't like to be. 3rd and long. Can they change it up and throw the football down the field for a first down?
And here comes a little wrinkle. They're going to go quads right. Single in the back is the quarterback, Josh Allen. Single left. Be interesting to see what they do here immediately. Getting pressure. Ball's up front. Going deep. Down the middle. Nearly picked off. Good coverage by Connor Griffin. That almost turned into a completion, though, on the back end of that play.
Right on the offensive player was the defender, Connor Griffin. Really good job. High pointed it, almost had the interception. Then when he came down, Weston Bellows almost got it on the ground, but a really nice defensive play there by Connor Griffin. We've talked about that. He's a great defensive back.
So Canton punting in the 4th and 8 with the ball on their 33-yard line here in the second quarter. 8 minutes to go. Back to receive Cooper Peacock and Elijah Jordan. Another high snap. The kick is away. The kick is low. Peacock picks it up. Gets hit immediately. That was Parker on the coverage, and Parker is the guy that they've got really kind of just shadowing Peacock, which is smart.
Oh, two great athletes, put them against each other. Really turned out to be a very nice distance punt there by the Canton Warriors. So maybe the least positive offensive position here for the Bulldogs as they start right inside their own 25.
And one thing you'll notice when Davis punts the football, he holds it as long as he can when there's no pressure to give the team to get a chance to get down and cover the return game. So the Dogs here, 1st and 10 on their own 25. Brady Jordan in the shotgun. Hayden Packer to his right. Trips left. Handoff. Nope. Keeps it. Jordan keeps it. Up the middle. They're trying to strip. Boy, there's a lot of ripping going on.
Hudson Ward there from his linebacker position. He's their leading tackler, able to hold Brady Jordan to a gain of about 3. Bulldogs trying real hard, Nate, to get into that fast car tempo, but taking a little bit more time here to make sure they're set.
2nd and 7 in the gun. Brady Jordan, receiver to the right, going deep. They're going down the field, wide open, but overthrown. Connor Griffin reached out for that. And I'll tell you something right now. Brady Jordan just threw that ball 42 yards in the air.
Had just a stride, but that's a tough throw from the pocket position all the way across the field. You got to be right on the money, just a little bit outside of Connor Griffin.
So another long down and distance here, 3rd and 7 for the Bulldogs. Brady Jordan, the gun, trips left, snap is back, pressure coming up the middle, over the middle, wide open. Dathan Tyson. Again, ball overthrown. Timing just off a bit there.
Wow, had him right there in the middle of the field. So hard because so many high school teams don't throw across the middle of the field because that's a hard throw. Had Dathan Tyson, boy, another yard or two on the stride would have had a chance for that reception.
You know, when you really look at this game, 14-0, 7:20 to go here in the second quarter. Canton hanging around.
Oh, no question. I expected them to, Nate. They're a good ball club. No question about it.
Snap is back. Peacock's kick is away. It's not far. It's short. It hits and goes the other way. Not a great punt. Bulldogs do cover it. So here we go. The field has been flipped. Canton has the ball at midfield, and that's a big break for them.
That may be the first time, Nate, that we've seen the opposing team hold the Bulldogs and then not get a great punt, do the orange and black, where that field is flipped. Nobody's been able to do that all season long against Jersey Shore.
That, and we've also seen Canton establish the line of scrimmage some and get first downs. And, you know, they are moving the chains, and they've had some third and longs, but so have the Bulldogs. So the Bulldogs back out. Seems like they've been on defense a lot tonight in the 5-2. Canton under center goes Allen, single back behind him. Motion right to left, hands off up the middle immediately, and there's a big hole. That's to Parker. Oh, I'm sorry, that's Bellows.
Now, what's really impressive, we talk about Mason Nelson up front at 290, but they also have William Colton, 6 foot, 260. Up front, Nate, the Canton Warriors are actually larger physically than the Jersey Shore Bulldogs.
Yeah, they are. They're definitely a strong group. 2nd and 4. Under center is Allen, single back behind him. Motion right to left goes Parker. He's getting the lead block, and he's met but not wrapped up. Yes, he is. Tate Sechrist led the charge. Great surge from outside in.
Really good surge, and then you had Hayden Packer and the Dirk Stetz, the general, coming from the other side, not letting him go. Even if a guy bounces out, you drop him for a loss of a couple there. That's Dirk's second tackle for a loss in the ballgame.
Yeah, tackle for loss. I thought the ball was behind the 50-yard line here. I don't understand the spot, Doug, and I'm not here trying to be a homer tonight. That ball was inside 48-ish. It's on the other 48. So Canton under center, 3rd down and 5. Under center is Allen. Single back motion right to left to Parker. That same play, he's going to keep it. Snuffed out by Andrus, but he breaks away, fumbles on the play. It's picked up. It's a scoop. Picked up. I don't know who that was.
Zach Rooney.
That's Rooney.
The big guy from the inside coming out there with the hands, picking that up. Really nice job there by Gabe Andrus. While he didn't get the tackle for a loss, held that quarterback up to allow that hit from the blind side to force the 3rd fumble, if I'm not mistaken, of the Canton Warriors. You can really tell where their fans are defeated there. They thought they had a chance to turn that one around.
I'd like to see Jersey Shore pound the rock 3 times. You know, it's one of those moments right now. Jordan in the gun, trips right, Packard up the middle, gets the handoff, gets a good surge, moves ahead. Good pickup. House, he ended up clear over here. I don't know what happened there.
Really nice job there by Hayden Packer at the end of that run to shift in the hole to pick up a couple more yards.
In the gun is Jordan. Single left is Packer. Snap is back. He's going to keep it. No, he pitches it. Packard's on the outside. He's got room. North and south lowers the shoulder. Picks up the 1st and 7 more.
Hayden Packer on the pitch.
That option play, Nate, has really been effective tonight. They're getting a nice block on the corner to keep the defenders from able to flow from the inside out.
Brady Jordan fakes the handoff, keeps it, cuts back up the middle, gets a couple, turns that into 5.
And if you're the Bulldogs, you want to keep this tempo because Canton is starting to lag a little bit, getting lined up from the defensive side.
Trips right, Brady Jordan the shotgun, Hayden Packer the lone back. Snap is back. Packer gets it up the middle, lowers the shoulder, keeps churning. He keeps churning. Out across, but not quite enough for the 1st down.
Hit right at the line of scrimmage. The extra effort by Hayden Packer sets up that 3rd and about 3.
3rd and 3 in the gun. Brady Jordan has been in the gun all night. Packer to his left, trips right. Jordan keeps it, lowers the shoulder. It's close, Doug.
Good submarine tackle there by the Canton Warrior defense. I think he's a little short because the official's coming in here from this side. Boy, he's right at the stick, so now they mark it. So it's going to be 4th and a little bit less than 1. 4 down territory here. Jared Loomis, Jay Loom here on the end at the tight end position. They're going for it here on 4th and short.
Well, they choose to go to the power package, and this has been a struggle. Up the middle. They gave them, it looks like they gave them the spot, Doug. We're going to have to see what this measurement's all about.
Well, if you mark it with the official coming in from the Jersey Shore side, he's got a 1st down. But again, this one's going to be close. They don't even measure. First down for the Bulldogs. Not by much.
Big break for the Dogs. You know, and I like the power package, but boy, they had that box stacked with about 10 guys on that play.
Hard to move Mason Nelson inside at 290.
Big up front. Canton's not just big up front. They're big, they're fast, and they're powerful. Under center, left to right motion.
Flag on the play.
Going to have a false start here against the Bulldogs. One of the guard positions moved a little bit early, so you got the first down, which is great. But hurt yourself there. Maybe only the second penalty of the ball game, but sets you up at 1st and 15. Might change the play call.
So Brady Jordan in the shotgun, 2 backs behind him with Tate Sechrist leading Elijah Jordan. Singles right and left. Motion left to right. Goes Griffin. Quick pitch to Elijah Jordan. Cuts back. Gets good blocking on the perimeter. Makes it north and south. Doesn't go down right away. Gets a big chunk of that back. Out of the 15, Doug, you got about 14 back.
Good production there. Nice block up front by Tate Sechrist, and a good cut at the end of that run by Elijah Jordan.
Jordan showed the speed to the outside on that. Gets the edge. Under center, Brady Jordan hands off to Tate Sechrist immediately. Sechrist close to the marker, but looks like he's short.
Trying to go to that left side, led by Dyson Delaney. And I tell you, the Canton Warrior defense inside the tackles, Nate, they are really solid.
Very solid. Loomis still in at tight end as an extra blocker right now. Sechrist leading Elijah Jordan. Brady Jordan under center. He's going to keep it, and he's not going to get it. He was met immediately. He might have lost a yard.
That's Mason Nelson from that nose guard type position, defensive tackle. I think what's really impressive by him, he's quick in there.
Very quick. That was like a wrestling move. That's a 2-legged takedown. And that's, you know, Brady Jordan's elusive and quick, but there was no room to run there. Jordan under center, hands off immediately to Packard, and he's not going to get it.
No, if they mark that word stuff, he's stopped. So 2 stops inside by the Canton Warrior defense. Very impressive on their side. Very frustrating if you're, backing the offense there of the Jersey Shore Bulldogs. They did not win the battle up front on either one of those plays.
Well, it's easy for pride to set in because, on the first down, Elijah Jordan got 14 yards. In the next 3 plays, they went between the tackles and didn't get a yard. So, that's a tough pill to swallow if you're an O coordinator. Allen in the gun now. Warriors take over on downs. I formation, singles left and right. Snap is back. Hands off to Parker. Parker's met on the edge, but Parker picks up a couple. That interior line doing a great job.
Nice tackle there by Cooper Peacock coming up from the defensive back position, supporting the run, holding that to a very short gain, less than a yard on that rush.
So right now, 2nd and 9. Canton has about 2 minutes left here in the second quarter, trying to put a score up on the board. Bulldogs up 14-0. They have given up some first downs tonight, but not given up a touchdown.
We're under 2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Allen under center, single eye backfield, singles left and right. They've liked this formation all night. Taking their time. Hand off to the second back. Dirk Stetz comes in with a host of Bulldog tacklers. Gain of 1 or 2 on that play.
Riley Parker, the ball.
You have to wonder, Nate, you're fairly deep in your own territory. Do you go to one of those halfback option gadget type plays where you try and stretch the field a little bit, surprise the Bulldog defense, and pick up a big play or break one for a touchdown and get the momentum going into halftime?
Well, the one thing that we've seen tonight's a game where time of possession has been huge because Canton chews a lot of clock when they run the football. They're not necessarily quick. They're burning some of the play clock, chewing up some clock. The give and take on that is if you take a gamble and it shoots you in the foot, instead of going into the half down 14-0, you could be down 21-0. But I also say, why not roll the dice? I mean, what do they have to lose?
Oh, you have nothing to lose, absolutely. I think if you're going to pull out a play here, you try and grab that momentum before halftime instead of being down 2 scores. Maybe you're only down 1 and really put all the momentum on your side. So this time out, a service of Three Brothers Moving. Three Brothers Moving treats you like a part of the family. If you, a friend, or a family member is moving, give Three Brothers Moving a call at 215-220-1551. Big play here for the Bulldog defense.
Big play. The Dogs still have 2 timeouts left here in the second quarter, I believe.
After the timeout, the Warriors looking at a 3rd and 6.
Canton facing a 3rd and 6, choosing to go into the gun,
22.
getting the 12th man off the field. motion left to right. They're throwing over the middle deep. Oh, nearly picked off by Brady Jordan.
Saw that one all the way, did Brady Jordan right through his hands, but a good play on the ball. So the Warriors do try to stretch a field, but really on a one-man pattern. Luke Cram, the junior, 5'9", 155, not open down the middle. So you're forcing Canton to punt. You want Cooper Peacock or Elijah Jordan to field this punt, get it on the short side of the 50.
The other thing is they've got to get enough pressure to force this kick from Michael Davis earlier than it's been. He's been holding on to it for enough time. Kick is away, kick is low. Peacock makes the catch, makes a man miss. Up the middle, Peacock's all alone. Breaks a tackle, they're going to call a hold. Peacock off to the races. He's going to the house. This one's coming back.
Well, right in the middle of the field at about the 35-yard line is where the flag was. It's going to come back, but what a great return by Cooper Peacock. Used a spin move to get to the left to find the open and then rush that one to the touchdown. So this one's going to come back, going to be around the 50. Still have time, Nate. You have a minute, 12 seconds to go. You have 50 or so yards to go. You can throw the ball down the field. You have a couple timeouts. You're going to try and score here without a doubt.
For sure, and you know what's unfortunate on that? Cooper ran lights out on that play. I mean, he caught that line drive punt and was in fifth gear early. Did get a good block early on. There was a scrum at the center of the field, and that's what the officials saw. Of course, I was watching him head to the end zone, but unfortunate for the Dogs, another costly mistake.
And penalties really haven't been a large problem. They had one early, had that 12 man on the field. They had the false start on the last drive, which did hurt them a little bit. That's a big one because it takes a score off the board.
Well, that, and it affects your mojo or the mindset and the momentum because, you know, there they were. There's 7 points, and then the fumble in the end zone, 7 points. So instead of 28-0, Canton is still hanging around and playing good football tonight.
Oh, there's no question. That's why they're 8-0. They find a way to stay in the ball game here tonight against another top-notch opponent.
So the Dogs are going to go with the dual twin packages. Brady Jordan will be in the shotgun with Hayden Packer, the lone back, to his right. Fakes the handoff immediately past to Cooper Peacock. Gets a block, missed tackle, another flag. Yep, and that's another hold.
Pass is complete.
Yeah, that's what it's going to be. I mean, Zach Rooney's the guy that's going to get flagged for that, but he comes out there, and you can put hands on people, can't you, out there in the space? But, I mean, that's going to be a hold and put you back around your own 40-yard line. So really tough here penalty-wise against the Bulldogs. Those two penalties have really, really hurt. One takes the score off the board. This one puts you down inside your own territory.
Well, now it gets to the point where, do you start thinking about being a little more conservative? If you're going to throw that ball to the flats and you know that's a potentially penalty-happy zone, at least get into the intermediate routes. Jordan has not been under a lot of pressure tonight. We've seen Peacock be able to sit down in the zone a little bit and have another option outside of that twin package, just flanker screen. Brady Jordan in the gun facing a 1st and 19 now. Snap is back, trips left. He steps up in the pocket. He's going to scramble. He's going to get hit from behind. And that's what happens. You roll left. He escaped that by stepping up in the pocket, but then didn't realize he'd come back for seconds.
And Tom Gravish calling timeout on that play, so you give up 2 penalties and then the sack. Very, very good pressure there by the Canton defense. And now you got to wonder if Canton gets a stop on this 2nd and long, if they call the timeout and try to squeeze something out here in the last 50 seconds of the first half.
Well, the playbook shrinks a lot of times too. The penalties, the Jersey Shore Bulldogs seemingly have been able to overcome this year on many a Friday night. But tonight, the penalties coming at inopportune times when they cost you scores, cost you field position with a minute 30 left. It really affects your clock management. It affects your hurry up, no huddle offense, and being able to do that 2-minute drill. It's just impossible to get in rhythm.
Coach Gravish out talking, has the play that they want. I think they take a chance here on this 2nd and long and then see where they are on the field, but wouldn't be surprised at all. It's going to be, unless they break one here, it's going to be 3rd and long if Canton calls a timeout after this play.
Well, and Allen is a tough matchup on Peacock because he is 6'2". He's long, he's lean. Brady Jordan the shotgun, single back, fake the handoff. They're going to go to the flats, over the middle. It's nearly picked off. I mean, there was zero relationship between brothers on that play. Elijah Jordan not looking back for the football. Brady underthrown.
I'm not sure if he was going to Connor Griffin or Elijah Jordan. They both were in the middle of the field, both going opposite directions, so I'm not really sure who he was throwing to. Dangerous throw for sure, but the incompletion stops the pass play there.
So it's 3rd and 25. You heard that right, 3rd and 25. Brady Jordan in the gun. He's just going to keep it. He's going to be tackled for loss. Big play by the Canton Warriors.
Mason Nelson, the guy up front in the middle, number 50. Again, we talked about him, 6'2", 290, and there's that timeout for Canton, Nate. No surprise at all. You're going to force Jersey Shore to line it up. You have to wonder maybe if they put pressure on Cooper Peacock and the Jersey Shore punt team, make sure they get this one away, and they're going to try something for sure on this return.
Yeah, and Jersey Shore right now, kind of flat-footed. You know, there's not a whole lot of spring in their step. You know, you fumble one in the end zone. The punt return for touchdown by Peacock gets called back. It starts to play a little bit on you mentally. And then, you know, you get into 3rd and 25 due to bad decisions with penalties. Now the punt team's on. Literally, there was 1:30 on the clock when they started that series. There's 37 seconds now, 2 seconds more put back on the clock. Bellows back to return, and he's shifty and he's quick. Peacock will be the punter. 4th and 27. Palski snap to Peacock. Kick is up and away. Deep. That ball was just boomed down inside the 5. Oh my gosh, that got to the end zone. That was a rocket ship of a kick.
And what great hustle there by Dason Tyson and Tate Secrets, Stone Secrets, to get down to try and down that inside the 5-yard line. But you're asking your punt team to respond. They got enough blocks up front, good pressure by the Warrior defense coming in, but Cooper Peacock, tremendous punt, and Canton takes over now on their 20-yard line. 27 seconds to go here in the second quarter.
Yeah, that ball was 60 to 65 yards.
Tremendous.
67 is the number? 67. We'll give them that extra 2. Heck of a kick. 27 ticks left here for Canton. It's 1st and 10, ball in their 20 after the touchback. Allen under center. Hands off immediately, and it's stoned for no gain was Bellows.
And that'll be the last play of the first half of it. When that punt took place and you pin the Warriors down inside, they're going to take one play and they're going to go into the halftime. And you know what, Nate? They're going to be happy. They're not down 28-0, which they very easily could be. They're only down 14-0, and still in this ball game are the Canton Warriors.
Yeah, it's been a great first half. You know, barring, we talk about this, the penalties, the turnovers, the bad breaks, but the Bulldogs had a decent first half. Canton Warriors stepped up, down 14-0. We're here at Miller Memorial Stadium. We're going to pause for halftime. You're listening to Jersey Shore High School football on the Bear Country Sports Network.
Exergen wants you to know about an important study just released by the FDA. It confirms what the medical community has known all along. Non-contact thermometers are not accurate, and they fail to meet FDA requirements for accuracy in labeling. With new strains of COVID on the rise, we can't afford to tolerate the rampant false temperature readings from non-contact thermometers. You need Exergen thermometers because they are accurate and backed by over 100 clinical studies. Be sure, be accurate with Exergen. Learn more at Exergen.com.
Here's to the grown-ups. Your car is now your office, stage, nursery. Shh, sorry. Erie Insurance offers products that lots of other companies don't. That's a big deal, and it's a good deal, too. And with Erie, you get your own independent agent, not a giant corporate call center or some online robot. You meet with a real person, like this.
Your local Erie agent is Fager Insurance Agency. Get a quote at 570-748-3570.
Erie Insurance.
FCCB will make it happen for you. Are you buying your forever home? Whether you're downsizing or just shopping for a vacation home, you deserve an experienced lender and quick turnaround. FCCB will make it happen for you. Visit mortgagesmadesimple.com and get started today. First Citizens Community Bank, building better communities for 150 years. Member FDIC. Together, we'll get it done. FCCB will make it happen for you.
for a great time, make it Baldbird's Brewing Company in Jersey Shore. Enjoy 24 different beers in the family-friendly tap room where pets are welcome too, and a full selection of local spirits, wines, and specialty cocktails. Don't miss our weekly family game night and trivia night. Baldbird's Brewing Company offers event space for meetings, weddings, and private and semi-private party spaces. Open Wednesday through Sunday. Baldbird's Brewing Company, Schaefer Lane, Jersey Shore. Online at baldbirdsbrewing.com.
Can I get the sales projections for the Springfield, Bristol, and Fairview stores?
Val's Froyo Palace is dishing out 3 more locations.
Jody, have you lined up interviews?
They need 3 new store managers before they have a meltdown.
And remember, they need at least 5 years experience.
Indeed can help them hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality candidates whose resumes on Indeed match your job description. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
B.A. Mikesell is a local residential, commercial, and industrial electrical contractor. With over 10 years servicing North Central Pennsylvania, B.A. Mikesell has built relationships with home and business owners in Jersey Shore and beyond. Trust B.A. Mikesell's trained electricians for all of your electrical needs. Take advantage of their industry-leading warranties. Call 570-398-7837 today to find out more. B.A. Mikesell Electric, a proud supporter of Jersey Shore sports.
Cutting Edge Country, WQBR, The Bear.
Our show begins. Nate Carpenter, Doug Byerly. We're back here. It's halftime at Canton as the Jersey Shore Marching Band takes the field to put on a show for the home Canton Warriors. Doug, it's been a really good night. I mean, weather has been beautiful. Ride up here, beautiful. What a great turnout here in the Northern Tier. Just 10 miles away, Troy teeing it up with Loyalsock right now, too. Just a little bit of a distance up 14. I look out, people surrounding the field. It was one of those halves, Doug. It was a battle of wills, but really a battle of mistakes, too.
Yeah, no question about it. Really hurt Canton in that they fumbled the ball, turned it over to Jersey Shore, and really kind of limited their drives. For sure, you put a touchdown on the board with Brady Jordan's about 11-yard touchdown run. You get another one to go up 14-0, but then you lose one. You fumble yourself trying to go over the end zone. Can't recover, so you wipe a score off the board. Then you really hurt yourself if you're Jersey Shore. Tremendous punt return by Cooper Peacock, flag in the middle of the field at about the 35, holding. That one comes back. So it very easily could be 28-0, but it's not. It's only 14-0 in Canton. They're in the halftime locker room saying, hey, God, we're in this ball game. We score once, and we're only down 1 score against a 4A team. What's really been impressive, and you were talking with Coach Sean Hale about it, they're big up front, Canton is. They are very big up front. Mason Nelson, 290. They have William Colton at 260. They have another guy in there. Where is he at? Number 55. He's about 200, 220. But they're fast. They can really run. They can match the speed of Jersey Shore. We have not seen any team this year up to this point that can match the side-to-side speed of the Bulldogs. Canton can do it. That's why they're anywhere from 1 to 3 in single A and really are a legitimate state finalist type team in the single A bracket.
Yeah, and the other thing we talked about was fundamental tackling. If you looked at all the games Jersey Shore has played this year in the first eight weeks, there have been a lot of yards after first touch. Tonight, Canton doing a great job of wrapping up and limiting those extra yards.
Yeah, absolutely. And you've not been able to get those extra yards. So we don't have a whole lot of stats because Chris Davis is actually on the opposite sideline, but he did text us these. He said these first half stats are close. Canton 27 plays, time of possession 10 minutes, 30 seconds. Jersey Shore, 40 plays, time of possession, 13 minutes, 30 seconds. Goes back to what you talked about in that first half, Nate. First time all year, Jersey Shore has more time of possession and more plays than the opponent because they haven't gotten the explosive plays. And that's been the difference where they've not been able to put multiple scores on the board. Even with that, Nate, they should have 4 scores on the board, but they only have 2. But it goes back to what you talked about earlier. Canton is very good. They can run sideline to sidelines. They're keeping Jersey Shore under wraps for the most part, not getting those explosive plays that we've seen all season long. But, hey, let's not complain. They're up 14-0. The defense has played very, very well, and they're going into halftime, again, with another lead and a chance to win their 9th ball game of the season.
Good stuff, Doug. It's a great night and a great day to be a Bulldog. We'll be back after this break. You're listening to Jersey Shore High School Bulldog football on the Bear Country Sports Network.
Attention, do you suffer from severe fried chicken-related cravings? If so, Kentucky Fried Chicken's $6 two-piece drum and thigh combo may be right for you. The combo contains tasty chicken, creamy mashed potatoes, a flaky biscuit, and an ice-cold drink. Side effects may include more money in your wallet, happiness, and the urge to lick your fingers. Order KFC's two-piece drum and thigh combo in the KFC app for just $6. That's finger-licking good. Price and participation may vary. Limited time offer. Tax extra.
It seems like the cost of everything is on the rise. But Erie Insurance can help make sure your auto insurance premium isn't one of them. Avoid rate increases with Erie Rate Lock. Even if you have a claim, your rates won't go up until you change your car, driver, or address.
Your local Erie agent is Brigandy, Gleghorn, and Hafley. Get a quote today.
Erie Rate Lock is not available in all states. Other conditions and limitations at erieinsurance.com. Go to erieinsurance.com for company licensure and product details.
From tailgate parties to busy weeknights, the flavor experts at Omaha Steaks made it easy to savor all of fall's flavors with mouth-watering assortments of perfectly aged steaks, ultra-juicy burgers, and easy, ready-in-a-flash comfort meals. Right now, shop their semi-annual sale and get 50% off site-wide. Use promo code SIZZLE at checkout for an additional $30 off of your order. Don't wait. Go to omahasteaks.com, code SIZZLE at checkout. That's omahasteaks.com, code SIZZLE. Minimum order may be required.
Call 570-753-5722. TLC Fuels, a family-owned business since 1998, serving residential, farm, and commercial customers from their Jersey Shore location just off of Route 220 at the Pine Creek exit. Fuel oil, diesel, and gasoline, hard coal. TLC Fuels dedicated to providing friendly, satisfying service to all other customers. TLC Fuels proud to be a supporter of the Jersey Shore Bulldogs. 570-753-5722.
This is Loyalty Lab Interview 6. Subject, grandmother's loyalty. Margie, what do you do when your grandson misbehaves?
Angels don't misbehave.
Here we study the most loyal, like you and... Oh, there goes the lamp.
Shouldn't have put it there.
Shell and the Fuel Rewards program has our members' backs, too. It's super easy to save on every gallon. Loyal, just like how you acted like that wasn't his fault.
Someone should clean that up before he gets hurt.
Yes! Loyal, just like that.
10 years of FR.com. Terms and conditions apply.
It seems like there's an automotive parts store on every corner, and they all probably have the part or product you need. But do they know what you need? And do they know they have it? For automotive parts and knowledge, come to the automotive parts store that has automotive experience, Napa Auto Parts. The staff at Napa Auto Parts has the experience to answer your questions and make sure you get what you need. Napa Auto Parts, Hogan Boulevard, Mill Hall, and Bridge Street, Jersey Shore. Napa Auto Parts, Central PA's trusted source for automotive parts and knowledge for generations.
It's Bear Country, 99.9 FM.
Nate Carpenter, Doug Byerly. We're back here at Miller Moyer Stadium here in Canton, Pennsylvania. About an hour north of Jersey Shore. Beautiful night. Doug, what do you think?
Well, halftime brought to you by Kevin Peacock Disposal, family-owned and operating, serving the eastern portion of Bear Country, providing top-notch service for 30-plus years. Get the kind of service you deserve. Free quotes available. Give Kevin Peacock Disposal a call at 570-745-7730. And our scoreboard brought to you by Earth's Meat Market, the meeting place with quality specialized meats and cheeses, 229 South Main Street, Jersey Shore. And those scores at the half, Nate. Mount Carmel leads Shikellamy in a much tighter game than expected, 21-14. Selinsgrove up on Montoursville. The Warriors 14-0 at the half. Lewisburg leads Bloomsburg. A little bit of a surprise there because Bloomsburg is a pretty decent ball club. Lewisburg up 21-3. Danville all over Bellefonte, 49-0 at the break. Southern Columbia, also a surprise, beating Wyoming area handily, 41-14 at the break. Penns Valley all over Midwest, 35-0. Milton all over Kawaneski Valley as well, 35-0. Milton will probably slot into that second slot in District 4 in 4A and get a home game. Phillipsburg Osceola over Montgomery, 21-0. Lime Mountain leads Juniata 10-0 at the half. Muncie 27, Northwest 0, still in the second quarter. Hughesville, South Williamsport tied at 7. Central Columbia over Athens, 7-3. Mifflinburg 22, Warrior Run 7. Shamokin 33-7 over Nanticoke. And just down the road 10 miles, Troy Loyalsock in a AA, AAA game, tied 14-14 at the half. They had some good ball games there tonight in week number 9.
Yeah, I think what's impressive is, how well the Bulldog Nation traveled tonight. and how receptive this Canton crowd has been. I mean, it's a great atmosphere. And I hadn't been to Canton for a long time. You said this is your first trip other than passing through. But, they've got lights. Back when I played, they played all Saturday morning games or Saturday afternoon games. And you said on the way up that they still honor that tradition by playing one game a year on a Saturday.
Yep, they did it a couple weeks ago. Really nice to continue that tradition, but a real nice facility here for a small school. Have the full track and have the press box as well. We're up on top. And a great ball game. Canton is very, very good. Maybe even a little better than I expected. What surprises me, Nate, is how big physically they are. They are actually larger up front in the interior than Jersey Shore. And the fact of what we've talked about several times, they can really run sideline to sideline. So they're a good matchup. And I tell you, what's easy for people to forget, the real good Class A teams like Canton up to 4A, you can probably play against each other. When you get into the 5A and 6A, that's when you have the real big separation where you have the people that are going to Penn State and Notre Dame and all those. You don't have any of those players here, but you have maybe some collegiate level players at Division III, Division II, maybe 1AA, something like that. Some very good players. But I tell you, Canton, they are as good as advertised, and good ball game here. Bulldogs up 14-0 at the break.
Absolutely. And, it's been a great first half. We're going to pause for one more commercial break. You're listening to Jersey Shore High School Bulldog football on the Bear Country Sports Network.
Angie's List you know and trust is now Angie, and we're so much more than just a list. We still connect you with top local pros and show you ratings and reviews, but now we also let you compare upfront prices on hundreds of projects and book a service instantly. We can even handle the rest of your project from start to finish. So remember, Angie's List is now Angie, and we're here to get your job done right. Get started at Angie.com. That's ANGI, or download the app today.
Want to sell a house? Want to buy a house? Then call the Dave Winkleman team at Anchor Realty in Lock Haven. Dave's a graduate of Jersey Shore High School. He and his wife Jan live in South Avis, the parents of 7 children. So you know the Dave Winkleman team is motivated to market your home and find you a new one. 570-858-0777. Ask Dave how he can guarantee your home will sell within 90 days. The Dave Winkleman team at Anchor Realty, 57 Belfont Avenue in Lock Haven, ready to serve you. 570-858-0777.
Mr. Clean, Mr. Clean. Of course I use Mr. Clean Magic Eraser to clean tough messes off my stovetop and bathtub. But then I discovered I can also use it to easily clean my patio furniture and even my shoes. I'm hooked.
And when wipes won't cut it, I use Magic Eraser Sheets. They're thin and flexible erasers, perfect for everyday messes, like gunk on my counters and sinks. They really are magical.
The reviews are in. Mr. Clean Magic Eraser and Sheets make cleaning look easy.
Visit the Twilight Diner in Loganton, where tasty, fresh-made food is available when you want it. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Choose a burger, homemade pizza, stromboli, their famous mountain sandwich, or anything on their menu. See it on their Facebook page. Now home of the Loganton area's only beer cave. The Twilight Diner, 603 North Mill Street, just off the Loganton exit of Interstate 80. 570-725-3911 for takeout. The Twilight Diner in Loganton.
Have you wanted to speak a new language but thought it'd be too difficult or take too much time? Then try Babbel. In just 15 minutes a day, Babbel teaches you conversations that you will actually use. With 14 languages and lesson topics like travel, business, relationships, and more, you'll learn what matters most to you. Babbel. Language for life. Learn a new language with ease. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com.
It's time for an insurance review. Every now and then, you need to know you're getting the best coverage at the best price. So here's a phone number, 570-865-5191. State Farm agent Jason Everhart will give you an overview and make recommendations on how you can protect yourself and your family. Auto, home, life, health, property, or business, it's Everhart State Farm. Available online at InsureJerseyShore.com. Everhart State Farm in their new offices, 600 Allegheny Street, Jersey Shore. 570-865-5191.
WQBR 99.9 FM.
Nate Carpenter, Doug Byerly, we're back here at Canton, Pennsylvania. An hour north of Jersey Shore. It's been a great night, and the Bulldogs and the Warriors out right now, loosening up for the Another 2.5 minutes. The second half will be underway, Doug. So,
waiting for that winning.
What do you want to talk about, Doug?
Well, I want to talk about our sponsors again. Our halftime brought to you by Kevin Peacock Disposal, family owned and operated, providing service to that eastern portion of Bexar County. Call them for free quotes anytime, 570-745-7730, Kevin Peacock Disposal, and our patron sponsor, Stephen and Lisa Wadsworth family of Lock Haven, for supporting us all throughout the year. Pregame was brought to you by Pentecost Rural Services, Timeouts, Three Brothers Moving, Kickoffs, Joe's Equipment. Scoreboard brought to you by Herbs Meat Market, and we'll talk a little bit later on about the player of the game, brought to you by Barry Enders Construction, serving Bear Country for the last 30 years. And Nate, we have 2 weeks. We have a week remaining in the regular season and then a week leading up to the playoffs, and both of these teams will obviously be in the playoffs. Canton in single A, Jersey Shore in 4A, and the Bulldogs should, they take care of business next week, get a home game at Thompson Street Stadium. But all of you out there listening, consider being one of our sponsors for the playoffs. We'll have that next week. We'll be calling and emailing people. Really need it. We need about $2,500 a game to be able to broadcast throughout the playoffs. And again, you're only guaranteed one game. Playoffs are one and done. So hopefully this Jersey Shore team will be able to advance and progress through the playoffs and you get multiple games. So we'll get those out there. We'll have some real bargain basement type things, patron type sponsorships, so you can get in there and join, but try and get us to that number where we can continue to broadcast you, particularly from home, and add that video component not only to the radio here on the Bear Country Sports Network.
You know, the Dogs right now loosening up. You know, this will be could be a tale of two different halves. I mean, anything is possible. You know, the Dogs have not blown this wide open tonight. The Warriors have been stingy in multiple facets. I mean, they've been great on defense up front, limiting the running game for the Bulldogs between the tackles. When the Bulldogs were able to spread the ball out effectively, give 5 yards here or there, that tends to open up the running game. So we'll see what they can draw up the second half. The Warriors, we're here in Warrior Country, they're going to receive the second half kickoff. The Bulldogs need to establish tough field position. The one thing we talked about that first half was how Canton was able to flip the field. We haven't seen that much all year, and limit the Bulldogs to poorer field position and get good field position themselves.
Parker and Bellows back deep for the Warriors to receive this second half kickoff.
As we set the clock to 12 minutes.
Breck Miller will have the kicking duties.
And we're underway the second half.
The kick is up, the kick is low, and it's a bullet. And that goes out of bounds, and that's not a good break. I mean, that ball's going to come out to the 35.
Almost got to the end zone, had the good speed on it. Breck has to be a little bit frustrated there, got one down a little bit too much into the left corner and out of bounds. So the Canton Warriors going to get an advantage here, start from very good field position at their own 35. We'll have to see if they change anything up, Nate, or if they say, hey, listen, we run that wing tee and we're going to run it until we break one.
Well, listen, if they would have kept the ball off the carpet in the first half, this could even be a closer ball game. The fumbles hurt Canton. Canton did establish the interior, moving the chains, limited the third and longs, and when they had them, struggled with the passing game. Allen under center, single back, tight slots, single right. Immediate handoff off the right side. Good blocking, dragging a man. Pickup of 2.
Got the double team block there against Tate Sechrist and got a good push there to get a 3-yard gain on first down. Power football, that's what the Canton Warriors do.
Allen under center, single back. Left slot is Parker, single left. Hands immediately up the middle. Good tackle. Not so sure who made the tackle. Rooney in on assistance on that.
Cooper Peacock coming out from that defensive back position, and really Cooper Peacock and the other defensive backs have really come up close to the line many, many times tonight. There he came from his true safety position to come up and really support the run, held that to a gain of about 1 yard. So again, the Warriors in that third and long situation.
Warriors try to do flag thrown. They must have had 12 men.
Flag on the play. Illegal substitution by the Warriors.
And Nate, that really hurts them. I mean, because that puts you back. You're down inside your own 20, not quite at the 30-yard line, but it puts you back at the third and almost 10. 5-yard penalty on that play. And they just can't be in third and long. Actually, it's third and 11.
When they run the ball so much, they wanted to go to a different personnel package and do something wrinkle-wise. 12 men on the field, so 3rd down and 11, ball on the 34. Allen in the shotgun, trips right, twins left, motion left to right, and he goes immediately to the flats to Bellows. Nothing doing, nobody home, and even if he catches that football, unless there's a miracle, there's no first down. So the Bulldogs, their first possession, able to put Canton in a 3rd and long and force them to punt.
Well, you can tell Canton, they want to go to Bellows. That's who they want to throw the football to, no matter where he is on the field. Not a good throw there at all.
Michael Davis.
Michael Davis punting again. Peacock, Elijah Jordan back to receive. The punt is away. The kick is low. Peacock is going to field this one. He's going to make a break, makes a man miss, gets a block to the outside, tries to cut back. Good containment. He's up the middle. He's off to the races. He holds on to the football. Big collision at the end of that play.
Cooper Peacock, super cut there on there. Wanted to go to the outside, didn't have it. Really put that foot in the turf and then turn that upfield. Nice position. Not quite at the 50. You'll take it at your own 46.
Bulldog come out with a trips right, single left. Hayden Packer's in the game at tailback. Brady Jordan the shotgun. 1st and 10, ball on their own 46. Snap is back. It's the option. Hayden Packer gets it, gets north and south. Vertical first down, and you saw something different there, Doug. What'd you see? Interior line of scrimmage. Good sustained blocking.
Really did a nice job, and a quick pitch there by Brady Jordan because they let the end come right in, but gives that lane to the outside for the first down pickup run by Hayden Packer.
And good call, Doug. That's the 3rd or 4th time tonight that option's been effective. Jordan the gun, twins left and right, motions right to left. Dathan Tyson gets the jet sweep. He's going to try to get outside, gets to the corner, maybe a gain of 3 or 4.
Number 23 on the pitch.
Really good pressure there by number 27, Hudson Ward. Really one of the best defensive players for Canton from that linebacker position, forcing Dathan Tyson to go wide.
They're going to call that a big 3, 2nd and 7, 44-yard line of the Bulldogs. In the gun is Jordan. Hands off to Packard up the middle between the tackles, and that's just not been there tonight. When it's vanilla and it's plain Jane, I mean, that interior line has been very difficult to run against. Canton is strong, they're fast, and they're quick off the ball.
2 Masons inside, Nelson and Harold at 290 and 230. Really hard to move from those inside tackle positions.
3rd and 6 in the gun is Jordan. Fakes the handoff, goes to the flats. Peacock catches it, makes a man miss. He's off to the races. Makes a man miss. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Cooper Peacock. And that is what we talk about, the stiff arm and the strength of Peacock. The way he returns punts translated to the way he ran that one in after the catch.
Really should have only been a gain of a couple, maybe a good throw there by Brady Jordan, but the defender was right there. But Cooper Peacock has become such a physical player. That stiff arm is effective. Knocked that defender away from him, and then the speed to the end zone. Big play for the Bulldogs.
Palski, the long snapper, to Peacock, hold up. The kick is up from Breck Miller. The kick looks good. It is good. The hands go vertical. Doug, what a great turn of events here tonight at Canton. The Jersey Shore Bulldogs score on a great catch, but more importantly, the run after the catch from Peacock.
Really impressive. Nate, we talked about that all in the first half, that what Canton was able to limit because of their speed and physicality was the yards after contact or right at the initial point of the play. There, Cooper Peacock made it. First of all, nice punt return, not tremendously long, but set you up, and then boom, the big play down the sidelines. I tell you, it always takes that 1 or 2, maybe 3 players that can tip a ball game making the big plays, and Cooper Peacock's been so important all season long. Big play there.
You're exactly right, and that paradigm shift, just like the fumble in the end zone cost them a touchdown, the holding cost them the punt return for touchdown, that's a momentum changer, because that one big break right there can easily break the back of an opponent.
For the Warriors.
Well, it'll be interesting to see, Nate. Canton looked a little defeated after that play. The heads were down a little bit, not quick to get in position.
Breck Miller from the center of the field kicks a squib low liner. It's fumbled, picked up, returned to the 20. They're going to throw a flag. Opposite side of the field, so looks like either a hold or a block in the back, Doug. Too far for me to see that one.
Wow. I mean, that's the second time we've seen that particular official, and this is not a criticism, call a penalty from way away from the field. Maybe you can see it better when you're right down there, but he threw that right away, and that actually is going to I thought he pointed to Jersey Shore. Yeah, but he corrected himself. I'm going to say there
Chop block.
Can't be a chop block against the defense. So this is really going to set the Warriors back. Again, not what you want. You get a decent return. You're outside your own 20. Now you're going to be pinned down deep. And do you change anything if you're the Canton offensive coordinator saying, we're going to throw the football?
What happens on a night like tonight, Parker can still easily break one. I mean, he's the kind of guy, you've got to wrap him up. And Bellows has a nice ability to scamper. He has a lot of yards per game. But when you go down 21 and you're 95% run, and now your field position, you're backed up, it's very challenging.
Can you spread the field? And they are going to try and spread the field with the wide receivers here.
Twins left, twins right, single back. Allen in the shotgun. Allen's going to keep it, and the Wildcat, Tate Sechrist, just there in a hurry. And Allen runs well. He's 6'2", about $175. Quick feet, but Tate closed the gap.
Hard to get away from Tate Sechrist and in general the Bulldog defense, and really on the edge you got to make a man miss, and that's very, very hard. Tate Sechrist right there. Hold that runner up to allow your mates to come in and make a big tackle, no gain.
So they're going to call it 2nd and 9. It looks more like 2nd and 10, but be that may, Canton coming out again. They're choosing to stay in the shotgun. They want to get some ground on 2nd down here and 9. Trips left, snap back. Allen looks deep. He goes deep. Nobody home. Well defended by Dathan Tyson.
But again, look who he's going to, Nate. Weston Bellows.
Yeah.
They look to one receiver, and you just can't do that because obviously Jersey Shore says, well, that's the guy we got to cover. If they go to somebody else, that's fine. But you have to find a way for Canton to stretch the field with other players. And they have other athletes. You got to wonder, a screen to Riley Parker or something like that. I mean, you get him in open space.
Some type of screen, where you go in motion or go back to the counter with the lead slot blocking. Allen now on 3rd and 9 going to go under center, 2 slots, a tight right, single back. Handoff immediately up the middle. No, he keeps it. Fakes the handoff, keeps it. Good run, and we talk about that. I don't know if he did hand the ball off. I got lost in the shuffle there, Doug.
Didn't hand the ball off. Good fake up the middle, and that's what the wing T is going to do. But nice run, but you're still at 4th and almost 4. I mean, you got to punt this away. You cannot go for this deep in your own territory.
Well, and Michael Davis coming in to punt, stranger things can happen. I doubt they'll go for a fake punt here, but it's going to get to a point, where Canton's going to have to try and do something.
Jordan and Peacock.
Peacock, Elijah Jordan back deep to return on this 4th and 3. High snap, fielded, punted. It's going to Elijah Jordan. That's a rocket. And out of bounds. Very nice kick from where he was. He was backed up near the goal line, and he sent one deep. Tonight, the punting game, I don't know whether the air's light, but the ball's really sailing.
Well, he's a nice-sized kid, Davis, 6'1". They have him at 190. He looks bigger than that, so around 200 pounds. But he does take his time back there. They do a nice job up front, but he got really good distance on that punt. Still not bad field position if you're the Bulldogs at your own 44.
Brady Jordan is shotgun. Single back to his right. Twins right, twins left. Clock is up. Left to right motion. Handoff immediately. That's Elijah Jordan. Gets a block. Tries to cut back. Picks up nothing on that play.
Elijah Jordan.
Canton wanted a penalty on that.
By Michael Davis for no gain.
No gain. Strung that out as long as they could. Excellent pursuit left to right.
Yep, Davis coming in from his outside linebacker position to bring Elijah Jordan down. Again, sideline to sideline. The Canton Warriors, they are very quick.
Tate Sechrist in the game at tailback. Gets the handoff. No. Fakes the handoff, and Brady Jordan just
got blown up. He did get blown up on that play. Wow. That's number 53, and boy, he gets a rouse from the sidelines. Brendan Taylor, he only 5'9", 190. He met Brayden Jordan a loss of 4 or 5 on that play.
3rd and 10, twins left to right motion. Fake the handoff, going deep. Well defended on that play. No pass interference. Well defended. Ball slightly underthrown. But if it was going to be caught, it would be underthrown to the outside. So it wasn't a very poorly thrown pass. Just didn't connect on that. Connor Griffin sometimes comes up with the miraculous. Just fell shy on that play.
So good defensive set for Canton Warriors, forcing Cooper Peacock back into punt formation. And the Warrior offense are going to get the ball back, and they're hoping for better field position.
Cooper Peacock to punt here on 4th and 13. The snap is back. The kick is away. It's low. It hits the ground. It bounces high. It's fielded by Bellows. Bellows gets a block. He tries to get to the outside. He's going to reverse his field and lose a yard or two.
Dathan Tyson, absolutely fantastic coverage there. Was there, then got engaged with the defender, able to shed that defender and come up with a solo tackle on special teams. That's a very impressive play by Dathan Tyson.
And Bellows very shifty, very slippery. They as you've talked to, Doug, they've got to do something other than go to Bellows on this series. If they're going to get the ball downfield, they've got to find a way to get Parker back involved in the game a little bit, even get Allen spread out a little bit. They're going to choose to go under center. Bellows, the single tailback. Parker, the left slot. Singles right and left. Motions left to right. Handoff is the counter. Trey goes back to Parker, and Parker is just met by 3 Bulldog tacklers.
And a great follow-up there by Brady Jordan. What's impressive, Tate Seekers, you expected him and Lee Springman to be right there, but then Brady Jordan comes up and able to finish him off for no gain on the play. Nate, what we didn't talk about, special teams flip that. Canton, they're getting the ball at their own 18-yard line. You flip that all the way down where you still have the Canton Warrior team not in great field position at all.
Well, and that's hats off to Cooper Peacock and his punting duties. Talked about the return game, but his foot's been hot this year too. Josh, we got Allen under center. Right to left, fake the motion, go back to the, he's going to go over the middle, wide open. Oh, it should have been picked off. Brady Jordan in the breadbasket. He picks that off. He's got daylight.
Well, they did go to a different receiver there, went to Riley Parker over the middle. Good design of the play, but good recognition there by Brady Jordan. I surprised him a little bit, right in his hands,
he wanted that.
Then almost caught it again.
He wanted that, especially after getting hit in the backfield down here with that big hit by number 53 from Canton. He saw that, his eyes got big as saucers, and he saw that goal line, and next time he'll look that in. And he's a super athlete. Dad's up here in the press box with us, and he wishes he could have that one back. Facing a 3rd and long now, 5:41 to go, ball on the 17. Timeout is called.
On the field.
So the Warriors take a timeout, and our timeouts all season long have brought to you by Three Brothers Moving. Give the Three Brothers Moving crew a call at 215-220-1551. The Three Brothers Moving Company treats you like a part of the family.
You know, you think about tonight, it's been kind of a weird night, in the sense of it's been 2 juggernauts battling it out, a heavyweight prize fight, regardless of classifications. We talk about Canton Single A, Jersey Shore Quad A, strength of schedule, who they've played, all these things. But what we see is discipline for the most part, well-run programs with the weight room, the conditioning. They run very different styles of offense, but they execute well. The one thing I didn't expect to see tonight would be so many drop passes, so many dropped interceptions, so many fumbles, so many mistakes that really could have changed the scoreboard drastically.
Yeah, no question about that. Jersey Shore have missed a couple interception opportunities that really would have put their offense in great field position.
Austin Allen in the shotgun, trips right to left motion. Snap is back, looks downfield, looks to the secondary. He's going to go for the home run to Bellows. Good defense in the secondary. Got the hand. I don't know whether that Brady Jordan or Connor Griffin. Connor Griffin, what a play, Doug.
Right on him. Good delivery there by the quarterback, right on the money, but again, a better play by the defender, this time for the Jersey Shore Bulldogs, Connor Griffin, to knock that one away. Force Canton to punt once again from right around their own 5-yard line.
Canton broke up a pass earlier in this quarter, a really nice, well-thrown ball. That time the breakup. Single return man right here. Looks like Cooper Peacock.
Cooper Peacock deep for the Bulldogs.
Getting some pressure. Just missed the punt. Peacock picks it up. He's off to the races. Oh, and he does a flip. He went airborne. Cirque du Soleil style.
Picked that up on the short hop. And think about that, Nate. So we're right in front of that. He picked that up at about the 50. Dangerous play, but he's very confident in himself. He picks up another 12 yards on that return and almost broke it. I tell you, he is tough in that return game.
It's like how the West was won. I mean, he's gutsy. And then he goes, teacups at the end of that. I'm glad he didn't land on his neck. He's okay. In the under center now. Almost said in the gun. His first time all night, I think we've seen Brady Jordan under center. 2 backs. Motion left to right goes Griffin. Quick pitch to the right. Elijah Jordan trying to get to the corner. Gets some big blocking downfield. Makes a man miss. Still on his feet.
Wow, good dancing by Elijah Jordan along the sidelines. Thought he was out 5-7 yards back and kept it going and picked up another full 5 yards at the end of that run.
And we talked about this, Doug, when they can get the blockers out there without them coming into the play late, we seemingly get good pursuit with the ground game. Under center again is Jordan. Left to right goes Connor Griffin. 2 backs, fakes it. Tate Sechrist gets the counter. He's still up and running forward. And the Dogs aren't wearing down.
Dyson Delaney, Owen Vanderuff in there in this second half along the offensive line, really getting a big push inside along with Jared Palski.
The Dogs choosing to go under center. Some confusion on defense now from Canton. Right to left goes Peacock. It's a quick pitch left to Elijah Jordan trying to get outside. Good defense. Defensive end came down hard. That's number 27, Doug.
Ethan Jordan tackled for
Hudson
loss
Ward.
by Hudson Ward.
Hudson Ward, he's good, and we got a penalty at the end of this play right at the goal line, so there's some extracurricular activity here. That'll be interesting. And boy, Canton, they're pushing and shoving themselves, so maybe a little frustration, a little extracurricular activities is going to go against the Warriors. Maybe, not sure about this. Jersey Shore's backing up. It'll be interesting to see how this plays out. This is a big play. First of all, you get a loss of about 5 on that carry. If you get a penalty added to it, pushes Jersey Shore back, and if it's against Canton, and
everybody's been talking, Doug, about this not so much a rivalry, but the 8-0's meeting. This is the time of the day, the time of the game.
Personal foul against the Bulldogs.
No, that's huge. That's 15 yards.
Yeah, personal foul, Dogs. And it is what it is. But what you don't want to see is the game get out of control to where injuries become a concern.
Yeah, you don't want that at all, but that's a 20-yard loss. Now, you had about a 5-yard loss on the tackle for loss. Great defensive play. You have 15 more at the end of that. So you were down around the 10-yard line. Now you're outside about the 30.
And they were being effective under center. Brady Jordan now back to the gun. Twins left, twins right. Single back to his right.
Third down.
Third down and long.
Well, they had them 3rd and 3 from the 8, and they're at about the 30-yard line.
Jordan keeps it, and he's not going anywhere. Not really sure about that play call. I guess they thought that the quarterback draw would work, but really when you haven't spread the field with the passing game, they're not biting on that.
Mason Harold inside, very, very stout. We talked about him. Mason, the 2 Masons at 290, Harold at 230, really solid inside. So puts you in a 4th and 21, a little bit too far for a field goal. You're not punting it from in here, so you're going to go for it. Obviously, you're going to have to go down the field on this play.
Well, and they've got to get inside the 5. So
they may take the penalty, Nate, and punt it.
Yeah, I would agree. And you know, right now, you gain nothing by giving them great field position.
Nope.
The other thing is you're in that range where if you punt it into the end zone, you've really not gained a whole lot either.
By the Bulldogs.
Oh, so they called the timeout right before, right at the break, so they let it run all the way down. Hey, why not? Work the clock a little bit. You haven't had to do that all season long, so you burn off about another 20 seconds. And then you decide, okay, listen, it is 4th and 23. Okay, we are going to go for it and try something down the field. Maybe we get a pass interference or whatever. Or Cooper Peacock going to come in and pooch this away, try and get it outside, down outside the 10.
Well, and the truth of the matter is field position is crucial. And you know what? Whether you win this game tonight 21-0, 35-0, 21-14, you know, they haven't won yet. But these types of situations are great practice for future games when you need to pin a team deep, keep the pressure on defensively, and force them outside of a scheme. Canton doesn't want to have to throw the football, but they're going to have to at some point.
And Cooper Peacock has been so good with these pooch punts.
4th and 23. Peacock gets the snap. The kick is away. He kicks it low towards the sideline. Nearly hits a Canton man. Down inside the 5. And that is just, I'll tell you something right now.
So
just on the punting game alone tonight, you know, he's in the raffle for player of the game. Just, you know, we're going to mix that up in a hat because
where the Warriors will take over
If you're a coach and you say best possible case scenario outcome on that punt, that we just saw it.
Oh, there's no question. Right down inside the 5, quick got it in his hands, pooched it out, and I thought, boy, that was a little short, but you're right, and it almost did hit the Canton player inadvertently, which would have been a turnover, but then it didn't, bounds inside, and all of a sudden, you're where you want your defense to be. You got your offensive team pinned inside the 5-yard line. Now take care of business, force them to punt from their own end zone.
And that is down at the 3-yard line, so extra special punt on that play from Cooper Peacock. 1st and 10 on the 3 of the Canton Warriors. Austin Allen under center, single back as Bellows behind him, singles left and right. Hands off immediately to Bellows. Bellows gets a yard, and then he's hit by a host of dogs.
Zach Rooney at the bottom of that pile along with the general. Dirk Steps hold that one to a very short gain, 2nd and long. So you need 2 solid plays here from your defense to force Canton into what they don't want to do, punting from their own end zone.
And the Bulldogs have been just really close tonight to a couple picks. And, defensively, they've wanted to do something spectacular tonight. They've held a great Canton team to no points, but 2nd and 9 on the 5 are the Warriors. Austin Allen under center. He's back to the I formation now with a fullback and a tailback. Hand to the up back. It's a pop up the middle. Big pickup, 1st down. And they were looking to the second back, and that fullback pop off right side was effective.
Got the quick hitter, got the block. You only need to hold that block for about a half a second, able to get that 10-yard rush. Pick up a big 1st down for the Canton Warriors. Really nice job all the way out to the 17. About 14 yards on that rush.
So the Warriors establishing that interior position up front and doing a great job of getting off the ball. Under center, Austin Allen. Same I formation, singles left and right. Hand off to the second back. Tries to break it outside. Gets to the edge. Breaks it outside. Good tackle on the perimeter by the Bulldogs. There's a Warrior down on the play.
Brady Jordan on the
Dathan Tyson, Brady Jordan coming up to make a nice tackle there. Warrior player trying to get up, but he is not going to be able to get off the field without a timeout by the officials. Again, our timeouts brought to you by Three Brothers Moving. Give that crew a call if you need to move. 215-220-1551. Warrior player able to get back on their feet and jog off the field.
On his own power.
Always good to see. Number 27, Nate.
Hudson Ward. Yep, Hudson Ward off under his own strength. Good to see for the Warriors. Bulldogs right now gave up 5 on that 1st down, facing a 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 Warriors, ball at their own 21.
Under center, Austin Allen in the I formation. Singles right and left. Allen hands off to the second back. They pulled a guard that time, and things got a little ugly inside. The guard wasn't able to get out quick enough and clogged the hole up.
Good job there from the backside by Lee Springman, and Gabe Andrus met that blocker and able to force that run back inside. Really held that one to no gain. Really solid technique on that run defense by the Bulldog defense.
Interesting enough, 9 came out of the game. Austin Allen, I believe he's on the sideline now. They may be going Wildcat.
Bellows.
Yep, looks like it's so hard to see the numbers, Doug.
Number 2, I think.
Number 2, Joe Loomer.
Oh.
Flag on the play.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Flag on the play.
If Jersey Shore wasn't offsides, which they are, boy, Canton moved as well, but that's going to be the free 5 yards.
Against the Bulldogs.
Doesn't pick up the 1st down, so your 3rd and probably 2. Probably doesn't change the play call.
Down marker is to be just short.
Actually, less than 1.
About 1.
And if you're the Bulldogs, Alex Jackson is over there literally right now fuming because, that's the second time tonight a hard count has affected the Bulldogs' front 5. 3rd and 1, they're going to go powerhouse backfield. Austin Allen under center. Hands off to the second back, and he's met, but not until he has forward progress enough for the 1st down. Give the Warriors credit. Hey, just enough is enough.
Absolutely. Bellows on the carry there, right up over the center position. Pick up another 1st down. So if you're Canton putting together a little bit of a drive, you started at your own 3, the 14-yard rush for the big 1st down, the penalty, and that short rush for your second 1st down of this drive.
And chewing up, this has been a sustained drive. It started at their own 3. So Canton moved out now to the 28-yard line. 1st and 10. Allen hands the ball back off on the counter tray. Met up front. That line is just, they're having a scrum.
Parker, the ball carrier, tackled by a host of Bulldogs.
Bulldogs not giving up.
Lee Springman at the bottom of that, wrapped around the defender. Gain of maybe 1. That's the last play of the third quarter, Nate. They're going to let this one run out.
Yep, that's going to lead to the end of the third quarter. Right now, the Bulldogs up 21-0. When we come back, 2nd and 9.
You're listening to high school football, Jersey Shore Bulldog football on the Bear Country Sports Network.
Close to 40 years serving the Jersey Shore area community, All Round Tire, your hometown service and tire sales center. Family owned and operated, All Round Tire features Cooper and many other tire brands, including Michelin and Firestone. Make us your first choice, not only for passenger light truck, farm, and ag tires, but also for service, brakes, exhaust, belts, and hoses. And we offer the only vulcanized flat repairs in the area. PA State Inspection 2, open weekdays 8 till 5, Saturday till noon, All Round Tire. Cement Hollow Road, Jersey Shore.
WQBR 99.9 FM.
Nate Carpenter, Doug Byerly, we're back, man. We've already seen 3 of the 4, so 3 quarters behind us, 1 quarter ahead. You know, Canton doing a really nice job this particular drive. Peacock pooched that ball down beautifully inside the 5, down to the 3. They started this drive after multiple first downs. They're out to the 30. So Canton doing a nice job of really just establishing the line to gain, the line of scrimmage, and they're building upon that. And they're going to be a tough program to face for anybody coming down the pipeline.
Well, and we talked about it, Nate, on the drive up. I think if they meet Muncie in the District 4 Single A final, whoever wins that game really is the favorite to get to the state final game with a really legitimate chance to win the state final in the Single A classification, no question about it.
So it'll be a 2nd and 9 here as we start the 4th quarter. Last 12 minutes of this game. Bulldogs, if you're just tuning in, up 21-0. Under center, Austin Allen, single back, motion left to right, immediate fake, goes to the flats. Receiver open and just underthrown, and I take that back. That was number 2, Joe Lunar.
Incomplete.
Good coverage there by Dathan Tyson. Ball was short, so he didn't have a chance to make a play on the ball. The ball really not catchable. That's a tough throw, particularly for your player that's not really your first quarterback all the way across the field. Long way to throw that football.
And Austin Allen, the starting quarterback, getting a breather right now on the sideline. 3rd and 9, ball on the 30. In the shotgun goes Lunar. Backs to his left and right, twins right. He's going to look to throw the ball. He goes deep. Man beat. And literally just didn't get his head turned around.
I think that hit him in the head at the end of that play. Didn't turn around.
Yeah.
That was a good throw.
I'm looking here. I thought there was laundry at the 50. That's not. The laundry's back here. So in the arena of a hold, if you're the Bulldogs, can you decline that?
Roughing the passer.
Personal foul.
Not a hold. Roughing the passer. So that gives you a first down, automatic first down. So Bulldogs, you got what you wanted. You got the incompletion on a pretty good play there, but then a little extracurricular going to take that one out at the 45-yard line. So a couple rushing first downs and the penalty there. You can tell the Bulldog defense a little frustrated on that play.
Well, and I'm frustrated too. I'm trying to keep things from coming unglued, you know. Those are the kind of mistakes you can't have. You played lights out defense, you force them into 3rd and longs, and you just give them a free lunch. In the gun, Lunar. Officials blow the play dead.
This is Canton's best offensive field position of the ball game at their own 45. So even with the penalty, I tell you, the Bulldog defense has really played well. I don't know the officials talking, but then set it down at the same place. I guess he said they weren't set before they were ready to go, but that should be a penalty, right?
I would think so. So 1st and 10 on the 45 of the Canton Warriors. In the shotgun is Lunar. Backs to left and right, twins right. He's going to keep it in the Wildcat. He gets a couple good surge by the front 4 of the Warriors. Pickup of 3 or 4 on that play.
Slate Sechrist amongst those in the tackle. So Slate getting some snaps here at the beginning of this fourth quarter along that defensive line, giving Zach Rooney a little bit of a well-deserved break.
You know, in the Bulldog faithful, the Bulldog Nation, used to seeing high-scoring, acrobatic games. This kind of seems a little boring at this point, but this is where you have to really double down as a defense, play fundamental football. In the gun goes Lunar, backs to his left and right, twins to the left, 2nd and 6, Wildcat. That's Bellows. Bellows gets nowhere.
Stone Sechrist at the bottom of that. Nice anticipation of where the runner was going to go there to slice in for a good tackle. No gain.
Yes, Stone really coming on mid-season and really performing well. Last week had an exceptional game. In the gun, Lunar. Hard count, long count. Looks to the flats, fake and go. Wide open is number 27. Gets behind. Tackled out of bounds. The hook and ladder, the hitch and go, I should say. Big play to number 27, Hudson Ward.
A good throw, and he got Connor Griffin. We talked about Connor Griffin making such great plays, but took the hesitation and the good ball delivery there for Canton. So while they don't go to the air often, they go to the air there with success just outside the 10-yard line, 1st and 10 to go.
And something we don't normally see, quarterback having ample time to throw that football. In the shotgun are the Warriors. Wildcat goes Bellows up the middle, and he's met by the Dogs, and they're thinking right now, we don't want to give one up.
Well, you know, this starting defensive unit like Canton, you haven't given up a score. Not just a touchdown, a score all season long. So you really are thinking, hey, we've got some pride here in our unit. We've given up the big play. We want to really become stout here against the run and make them throw the football again.
Yeah, and that was a great pitch and catch for the Warriors to get down inside the red zone. In the shotgun are the Warriors. Singles left, twins to the right. Hard count, trying to draw the Dogs off. Wildcat, Bellows keeps it, just following his blockers. Picks up a nice gain.
You get those two blockers from the backfield that kind of slide in front of whoever's carrying the football. So not only do you have the 5 guys up front, but then you've got the 2 backs coming in there. So you get a good push there, a gain of about 4. Obviously 4 down territory here for the Warriors.
Yeah, they're calling it about 3rd and a long 6 here. Ball is inside the 10 now at the 9-yard line.
I think you run it twice here, Nate, if you're the Warriors.
Parker now into the right side of Bellows. Bellows, a shifty back. Snap is back to Bellows. Bellows going to keep it, just follow the blocker, but he gets hit, but they're not wrapping up. He gets another yard or 2. They had him in the backfield. Stone Sechrist had him in the backfield, unable to wrap up, but the finishing work done by a host of Bulldogs.
So even with all of that, Nate, it's still going to be 4th and 5, and the Warriors are going to have to take a timeout, figure out what is their best play in this type of situation. 8:56 to go here in the ball game.
Yeah, and as we've said, you know, there isn't another person on the planet right now or here at the stadium that wants to see a goose egg on the scoreboard for Canton, and that's Alex Jackson as he leads this defense. And these kids, they know they haven't given up a touchdown all year, and they don't want tonight to be the first time.
They want to make a good play here. You know, he's talking to them out there. Listen, read your keys, get off of those blocks. You know, they're going to try and hold on for that half a second longer to give their running backs, if they do run the football lane, get to where you can make a play on the football. And then when you get hands on that person, bring them down to the turf because it's 4th down. Don't let them get the 1st down.
For sure. Wrapping up and tackling technique is crucial on plays like this. You don't need to make the big play. You don't need the big tackle for loss. You just need to read your keys and do exactly what you said. In the gun is Bellows. Backs to his right and left. Twins right. They're going to go hard count here for sure. Motion outside. Number 23. They fake the handoff to Parker. They're going over the middle. And it's incomplete. Incomplete. I'm seeing balls in the background, Doug, that I think are flags. They're playing pitch and catch behind the goalpost. No flags. The Dogs able to hold. I was looking for laundry because there was a lot of activity.
A lot of activity. Not sure if that one wasn't tipped a little bit, Nate, because when it got to Brady Jordan and the intended receiver, it was fluttering a little bit, so somebody probably got a hand on that. Good pressure there, and a nice play at the end of that by Brady Jordan to knock that one away to make sure it was incomplete. Great play for the defense. The only negative thing is now you're pinned down inside deep in your own territory at your own 6. I'm not sure, Nate, if Jersey Shore's been inside their own 10 all season
I don't think
long.
so. The good news is left hash, right hash is wide open. They're stacking the box up the middle. A little bit of breathing room, not much, maybe a yard. And as much as you don't want to, Doug,
little or no gain.
you know, they're not going to have a lot of success between the tackles right now. They had 10 hats in the box.
Yep, they've got that box completely loaded up.
Elijah Jordan cuts back up the field, still driving. He got a little daylight there. Unfortunately, now they're over towards the right hash. With Brady Jordan being a right-handed quarterback, he has rolled left and done good things. Right now, you obviously, you'd love to get a first down, but the last thing you want is a turnover. Jordan under center, right to left. Motion is Peacock. The pitch is left. Good blocking on the perimeter. He gets outside. It's Elijah Jordan. Tries to make a man miss, and he is just met and hit. We talk about the Canton speed, and we saw it again there firsthand.
Yep, Ben Fitch coming up there to finish that one off. So Elijah Jordan gets a couple yards on that play, so they stay on the ground. Pretty conservative there for the Bulldogs, saying, hey, Cooper Peacock, let's get this snap from Darapowski. Get this one away. Get that defense back on the field again.
Expect them to bring some pressure. Peacock gets it away. It's low and it's long. It is a rocket again, Doug. Unbelievable punt. Almost down to the 40.
Got it out of there in a hurry and then got some spiral on it as well. Has become very good in that technique as Cooper Peacock, where he doesn't really even have to take a step to get it under with 55 yards on that punt. And a great coverage again by Dathan Tyson to not allow that return man from Canton to pick it up and advance it down the field.
Not only is it a deep kick, it's not returnable. And where would you – and they got pressure. He punts the ball well under pressure because he doesn't try to do too much. It's almost like he's got that leg strength and he just puts the foot on it and lets the technique take care of business. So Peacock doing an excellent job on the punt game tonight. In the gun are the Warriors. Twins right. They're going to go to the air. Pressures. Rooney gets out of the pocket. Nearly picked. Tipped and nearly picked.
Dathan Tyson almost coming up with that on the deflection. Good pressure there. But quarterback for Canton, number 2. Holton Ward, very elusive on that play. Now we're seeing Allen come back in the ball game. He's going to return under center.
Yeah, so they have looked exceptional. You've got Holden Ward. You've got Bellows that's done some Wildcat duties. You've had Austin Allen, and it's difficult for me to even see right now who's in there.
Yeah, Austin Allen's actually out here.
Austin Allen split out the 6'2 quarterback. They're going to keep it in the Wildcat. That's Bellows, and Bellows is bellowed to the ground.
Lee Springman, I'll tell you, from inside, Nate, he's had a heck of a ball game. He's been hard to handle in there. He's outsized along that defensive line, but he's been on a number of tackles leading the way for this Bulldog defense.
He has been exceptional all season, as have the whole front five. This has been a tough night, and for a lot of people, you can't let it rob you of the peace and the joy you've had in a stellar 8-week season. It's week 9. You're up 3 touchdowns, but you're facing a team that they themselves are looking to go deep in state. In the gun of the Warriors, Twins right, motion to the right. They're going to go deep, steps up in the pocket. Quarterback play number 2 again. I'll tell you what, Holden Ward is only a sophomore. He's going to be good.
It's going to be very good. Connor Griffin closest to that one. Saw where that ball was going to come and able to come up and make a play on that. Good pressure there from the outside by Tate Sechrist. Late pressure up the middle as well, forcing them into this 4th and long.
Well, and anytime you have a young sophomore quarterback that says, I'm not going to get happy feet and run east and west, he stepped up in the pocket, bought some time, just ran out of real estate. So, Canton, I don't know if they've thrown the ball this much all year.
Oh, I would say they have not. No question about it.
So 4th and 11, ball on the 39, in for the punting duties, number 20. Michael Davis goes to the fake. And I'll tell you what, Parker was wide open.
He's wide open.
Parker was wide open. I'll be honest with you. I was ready to call Parker down the sideline to the house.
Yeah.
And from this angle, Doug, I don't think we could see how far offline that pass was, but He was wide open.
I was pretty far off because Parker did not even make an attempt at it, so probably at least 5 yards wide, but a good design play there. Davis taking that punt, pulling it down, trying to go for the pitch and catch. Incomplete, though, so the Bulldog special teams survive. Want to go on that one, baby. Offense takes over.
Brady Jordan in the shotgun. Tate Sechrist single back to his right. Snaps back. Look to the flats. Going to go deep. Hook and go. Wide open. Underthrown, but dropped.
Yeah, Elijah dropped that one. That was right there. I mean, underthrown, but he knew that was going to be underthrown. That's kind of how that's designed, where you underthrow that to allow your receiver to make a play. Kind of let it get to his chest. Didn't get the hands on it.
We've talked about this tonight. Not polished tonight. The team is not as crisp, as sharp. I know they've been in a dogfight here, but trips left, single back. Brady Jordan in the gun. He's going to pitch it to the pitch relationship, cuts back. Tate Sechrist makes a man miss. Down the field, burst of speed. Into the secondary and barely tackled, shoestring tackle. What could have been a 2-yard loss was explosive.
Ugly play because the pitch was bad because the defender was right in the lane where Brady Jordan wanted to pitch the football. But once Tate got it, full speed, big first down.
Trips right in the gun is Jordan. Fakes the handoff. He's going to keep it around the right side. He's got a wall of blockers. Down the sideline, inside the 10, 5. Down and out of bounds just inside the 10, looking for flags. Every time we seem to get outside, there seems to be something yellow flash before our eyes, but no laundry on the field.
Big first down, first and goal. Good decision there by Brady Jordan, the Bulldogs. You want to punch this one in and really put this game away.
Well, right now, as the success has been on the outside, this is where you don't want to get too vanilla and just pound the rock 3 times over the middle. In the gun is Jordan. They're going to go right up center. Tate Sechrist does get 3 or 4.
Really nice block there. Dyson Delaney and Owen Vandra from the other side. Palski in the middle. Got a lane for Tate Sechrist to pick up a couple positive yards.
So second down, the long 6. The Dogs here in the fourth quarter with 5.5 minutes roughly to go. Up 21-0. Facing in the second and 6. In the gun is Jordan. Single backs Tate Sechrist. Right to left. Motion. Fakes the handoff. Jordan's going to keep it. Brady tries to cut back. He's getting strung out, and that's a loss. And you know what? The quarterback keeper in most cases without a lead blocker has not worked tonight. That lead blocker has what's been able to give him the edge.
Really good reaction there. Couldn't see the number there across the field for Cam, but that's a great play in the open field.
13-yard line. Brady Jordan takes the snap, looks to the corner. He throws the dart. Just underthrown, intended for Connor Griffin.
Yeah, I think you bring Breck Miller out here. You're right in the middle of the field.
Intended for Connor Griffin.
Get this field goal attempt up there. Try and get your lead to 24-0. What's so easy to forget, Nate? You take a punt return touchdown off the field, it's 28-0. You take the fumble at the goal line off the field, it's 35-0. So if you cash in on all of your scoring attempts, Breck Miller's trying to get it to 38-0 here instead of 24-0 if he can cash in on the kick.
Miller, center of the field, attempting roughly a 31-yarder. The hold is down, and that's just snubbed. And I don't know if it ever got on the tee.
Yeah, I'm not sure that snap got back there, but the kick never got off, so it really never got the foot into it. So a little disappointing there, obviously, for the Bulldog offense. You have first and goal at the 6, but then the tackle for the loss pushes you back to about the 13, and then the field goes down. That's the first time we've seen that exchange not be good all season long, really.
Yeah, the exchange was ugly. I don't know what caused it, and then it almost seemed like Miller decelerated on the kick. So again, to see that back, play that back on the film. So missed opportunity again for the Bulldogs. No points on that drive, in spite of being down to the 9-yard line of the Warriors. Canton under center, singles right and left, eye backfield. Hands off to the second back. There's some miscommunication on that play. Running back runs in.
Well, you're gonna have a personal foul here. The Canton player took a swing, didn't hit anybody, but was really frustrated there. Took a swing at air. I mean, that's a personal foul. If they call that against Jersey Shore, I will be shocked because you can't take a swing at anybody. I mean, my goodness.
Yeah, I thought he was playing charades there for a second.
He would have broke his hand if he would have hit somebody. No, he should be out of the game. You're right, Coach. Yeah, Coach Sean Hill. It'd be interesting, though, Coach. He didn't hit anybody.
Well, I thought he did.
You know, so they may have, because they're talking about it. If you don't hit anybody, does it count as if you took a punch and made contact and you only get the penalty? Because you're right, that would be big, because Canton's going to play Troy next week in the Northern Cheer League Championship game, and that is personal foul. He's out. He threw him out. There you go. So he's got to sit. He misses the whole game. Oh, that is big. That's a shame for Canton, because they need everybody against Troy.
I give the Center County officiating crew, though, credit, because here's the deal. There's 4.5 minutes to go. It's been a good game. Let's not see it turn into a trash fest.
Oh, absolutely.
Where kids get hurt, something stupid happens. That's a 2nd and 21, and with the ejection, that really hurts Canton, not just tonight, but next week. They got the fun package out right now. Trips right, Twins left.
And that's Mason. That's the big guy in the middle, number 50. I thought it was some other number. Wow, that is crushing for them.
In the shotgun right now, it looks like number 9, Austin Allen. Going to go over the middle. Screen pass to Bellows. Bellows all alone. Flag on the play.
Pass over the middle.
Flag on the play. It looks like
it's a nice middle screen, though.
Beautiful.
Very nice. Really nice. Always have wanted Jersey Shore to add that to the offense, but I tell you, screens, timing, a lot of teams just don't use them, but that was a very well-designed play. They're all going to come back. Yep, illegal person downfield. But I tell you, back to the ejection, Nate, that's Mason Nelson. That's their center and defensive tackle, 6'2", 290. He's out for the game against Troy. That is huge for the Warriors in a very negative way.
And really, there's no consolation. There's no partying gifts. He gains nothing by doing that. And then probably frustration, you know what I mean? But let's go back to that screen. Let me tell you what, if Canton implements that, along with their offensive running game, that was a beautifully executed play, minus the illegal man downfield.
Really good design there.
2nd and 21. Allen under center. 2 backs to his back. Hands to the up back. It's the pop, and that just goes nowhere. And again, you're missing that key piece.
Yep, you're missing your center.
You're missing your center.
Your center and your main defensive tackle, and that changes the dynamic for your offensive line drastically for Canton. Again, you're going to get them back for the playoffs, but boy, that rivalry game for Troy, 10 miles down the road, huge.
So let's get it. Let's get the lowdown on that. In college, they only miss the first half. In high school, they miss the whole game. Okay, so we do have a correction. It is the whole game, as you guys said earlier. So I was looking for a little leniency on that, but that's affirmative.
That's tough.
3rd down and 23. Officials call a timeout. Warriors want to take a second thought at this. Obviously, their backs are against the wall. The ball's on the 3-yard line. It's 3rd and 23.
3rd and 23 from your own 3. And again, our timeouts all season long brought to you by Three Brothers Moving. They treat you like a part of the family. If you, a friend, or a family member is moving, call Three Brothers Moving, 215-220-1551.
Troy 29, Loyalsock 28.
Here we go. We got an update on the score. Troy comes back from trailing 28-14, takes the lead on Sock 29-28. So the Troy Trojans trying to keep their perfect season alive in the AA bracket.
That's absolutely incredible. And to think we can almost hear them from here.
You surely can. Absolutely. So while we have some time, our scoreboard brought to you by Herbs Meat Market. Mount Carmel stretching it out in Shikellamy 42-14. Sealands Grove up 21-7 on Montoursville. Lewisburg, Bloomsburg in a good one. Lewisburg 21, Bloomsburg 16. And Danville 65-0 over Bellefonte. That's a final.
23 from their own 3.
Austin Allen in the shotgun. He's got Twins left, Twins right. Single back to his left. Ball on the 3. Snap is back. Pressure up the middle. Looks to get rid of it. Shovel passes it to nobody.
And the pass falls.
Yeah, the officials talking about this one. It should be a safety. You don't have to throw the penalty. You can just call the safety on that. But, yeah, who's he throwing that to?
There was nobody in the vicinity, not a running back, nobody.
And they are not calling that a safety. They're still talking about it, though, so maybe they're going to figure this one out. Yep, intentional grounding. And that is A safety, there you go. So that is a safety. Loss it down and a safety. So that takes it 25.
So 2 points for the Bulldogs.
To 0 for the Bulldogs, and you're going to get it on the free kick.
You're going to get it. They're going to kick from the 20, correct? Yep. Okay. So for those of you listening at home, we'll break that down real quick. The third and 23 became a lost it down because of the infraction, which they didn't throw a flag on that play. The infraction was intentional grounding, no eligible receiver. The shovel pass was to nobody. When that happens in the end zone, it is automatically a safety. That gives Jersey Shore 2 points, and now Canton is forced to kick or punt, I believe, from their 20, correct? They can kick or punt.
Can choose what you want to do. Would be interesting. Looks like they're lining up for the regular kickoff. I'm not sure if I wouldn't have Davis punt it. He's done such a good job tonight, but nope, they're going to kick this one off. So Elijah Jordan and Cooper Peacock back around their own 30, inside their own 30. See where this one goes. Number 6 for the Warriors. That's Bailey Ferguson going to kick this one off.
3:25 here to go in the fourth quarter.
Ferguson to
kick off by Ferguson. It is kicked. It is not deep. Elijah Jordan lets it hit the ground, picks it up, gets a block, gets to the outside, gets a block. He sprung, and he is leveled at the sideline. Doesn't go down, but a nice hit on that play by number 6, Bailey Ferguson.
Yep, kicker coming down here to participate in the play. Good return there by Elijah Jordan. Got it on the hop, picked up another 15 yards or so, short of that. Bulldogs going to take over 1st and 10 from inside their own side of the 50 at about the 48. 3:19 to go here in the ball game. Jersey Shore going to go to 9-0. Still haven't changed the scoreboard, though. You got a single down. That's 2 points. 25-0.
Under center, Brady Jordan hands immediately off to Elijah. Elijah hit immediately for a loss of 3 on the play.
That's Davis on the tackle. He's really been solid as well.
Loss of 3.
Parker wobbly on that last play.
Bulldog ball at their own 45.
Engaged out there with Cooper Peacock trying to block him on the running play.
Peacock right to left motion, gets the jet sweep, makes a man miss, tries to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Handoff to number 2, Cooper Peacock.
Really good recovery there by number 52 for the Warriors, Gage Peppers. Two consecutive tackles for loss for the Canton Warrior defense. So they've really come out here on this series and played hard.
Well, and right now, they're settling for 2 or 3 yards in a cloud of dust, but I'd go up top. Elijah Jordan doesn't get to the edge. They're going to string him out. The only thing they gained on that was some chewed up clock, but very predictable.
Yeah, and that's what they want to do. Again, you're talking about things you want to do at the end of the ball game. You're not getting a positive yardage, though. That's a bad thing. Clock's going to continue to run. You'll be under 2 minutes before you're going to have to punt this one away. In fact, you could let this one run all the way down. Still 25 seconds to go to about 1:45 to go here in the ball game.
And this is the time of the game, too, with, 2-3 minutes to go. Everybody wants to play for all the marbles, but, the Dogs right now winning 23-0. Peacock's going to punt this ball. The ball's back. The kick is up. The kick is high. Returnable, but they let it hit the ground. Another good roll. I'll tell you, he's been lights out all night.
Yeah, he's been absolutely lights out. They still haven't changed the scoreboard. It's 23 tonight. Oh, it's 21 too. You're right. 23-0.
I wasn't going to correct you, Doug, because you could have corrected me 10 times live.
You're right. You're right. My math skills, baby, they're bad.
Listen, I'll take 2-point conversions for 250, Bob.
Exactly.
It is what it is, man.
Where's Ken Jennings when you need him?
It's been a fun night. Listen, Canton's for real. I hope we look down here on the sideline right now and Riley Parker, just a fantastic running back, defensive player for Canton, is a little gimped up. So our thoughts go out for him in hopes that he can make a speedy recovery.
Yep, getting worked on a little bit, maybe ankle, lower leg injury on the right side, but he hadn't taken the helmet off, but he's not coming back in this ball game.
Allen spread out from quarterback to receiver. Snaps back, handoff from number 2. That was Holden Ward. Nothing doing there.
I tell you, if I'm Canton, I take a couple snaps and go home. You don't want anybody to get hurt. You've already lost your starting center and defensive tackle and one of your vital players for next week. Riley Parker's on the sidelines limping noticeably, trying to come back in the ball game. Take your knee and go home. You're not winning this ball game. It's 23-0. You're going to go to 8-1, and you're still going to be top seed in the single-A playoffs.
Right, and number 50, Mason Nelson, with the haymaker, is out for this week and maybe next week. Snaps back and fumbled, picked up. Gain of about 1.
Fumble on the snap.
Inside of a minute right now, Doug. 50 seconds to go here. Dogs up 23-0. It's going to be a 3rd down and 9.
And Nate, if you're Jersey Shore, you know what? You're pleased. You're not pleased with some of the mistakes. You're not pleased with some of the penalties. But you're pleased in that you have 23 points on the board. You didn't give up any. You're going 9-0, and you still had 2 touchdowns that you left on the field. Punt return by Cooper Peacock and a fumble right at the end zone trying to jump over the pile for the touchdown. Again, all the credit to Canton for making the play there on that, but you have 2 more scores added onto this. You're at almost 40 points against an undefeated team. You'll take this on the road anytime.
Canton hands off one last time in the counter trey. He busted the outside into the secondary. Tackled after the first down. That's 6 seconds remaining. Clock stops momentarily on the first down chain moval.
And that should be the last play of the ball game. Good win on the road, Nate, for the Jersey Shore Bulldogs against a very quality Canton Warrior football team.
That's the game, Doug. We'll be back after this. You're listening to Jersey Shore High School football on the Bear Country Sports Network.
When Big Mobile charges you an arm and a leg, they're taking your money and your power. And your arm and leg. Boost Mobile gives your power back with an unlimited plan for $25 a month on one of America's largest 5G networks. We can't give you back your arm and your leg because we're not qualified surgeons. Unless you're an iguana who can grow limbs back. Switch to Boost and get an unlimited plan for $25 a month. Boost Mobile. Unleash your power. New customers only. One line, $25 per month with autopay. Additional restrictions apply. See boostmobile.com for details.
When you're looking to move to something bigger or smaller, new construction or a fixer-upper, in town or out of town, your first call should be to Brady Carnahan at SWC Real Estate, 570-295-8233. Through the years, SWC has become an industry leader committed to excellence by offering the most comprehensive marketing solutions. At SWC Realty, it's simple. We just market your home better. Call Brady Carnahan today, 570-295-8233.
At Boot Barn, we believe that the cowboy boot is an American icon. Today's boots are not only rooted in history, but are enhanced with modern technology features for the working cowboy. Ariat boots are built with advanced technology that provides the comfort and support of a high-performance athletic shoe, yet still has the functionality and durability of the iconic cowboy boot. And at Boot Barn, we carry over 250,000 pairs of Ariat boots nationwide. Ariat at Boot Barn.
McMahon, Ferguson & Associates Insurance Agency is your local Erie insurance agency. They handle your home, auto, commercial, and life insurance needs. Let's talk life insurance. If something happened to you, would your family be prepared? Let McMahon, Ferguson & Associates craft the perfect life insurance policy for you. Call 570-398-4090 or visit 1020 Allegheny Street, Jersey Shore. McMahon, Ferguson & Associates Erie Insurance Agency.
My name is Rose, and I've been driving a school bus for 25 years for Susquehanna Transit Company. Susquehanna Transit is family owned and operated. If you can drive a car, you can drive a school bus. The hours and pay are great, with many opportunities to earn even more money. So come meet the staff and trainers and be a part of a great family. Call 570-753-5125.
Everything you need in one place. Jiffy Market in Jersey Shore. Now your first choice for great hot food, breakfast sandwiches, bagels, French toast sticks, boneless wings, hash browns, garbage fries, and taco wraps. PA lottery tickets and skill games and ATM fresh-made sandwiches, meat and cheese by the pound, snacks, candy, slushies, and more. All at Jiffy Market. Everything you need in one place. Across from the post office in downtown Jersey Shore. Stop and shop. Jiffy Market in Delhi.
WQBR, The Bear, cutting edge country.
Nate Carpenter, Doug Byerly. Nick Severini. We're back here tonight at Canton. He's been helping us with commercials and just production tonight, so we want to say a special thanks to Nick tonight for all that he's done to make this program possible. Hey, great game, Doug. 23 after the safety on the grounding. So 23-0. The Bulldogs left some points off the board tonight. Could have been easily 37-38, nothing. The defense is still yet to give up a touchdown. But before we go any further, let's go to the out-of-town scoreboard.
Yep, we want to give, again, thanks to our scoreboard sponsor all season long, Herbs Meat Market, the meeting place with quality specialized meats and cheeses, 229 South Main Street, Jersey Shore. So one final time, the out-of-town scoreboard. Mount Carmel over Shikellamy, 42-20. Selinsgrove going to go to 7-2 with a 21-7 win over Montoursville. Lewisburg looking to pick up their second win of the year, 21-16 over Bloomsburg. That is not a final. Danville all over Bellefonte, 65-0. That is a final. Southern Columbia going to win and go to 6-3, I think, 48-21 over Wyoming area. Penns Valley all over Midwest, 56-0. That is a final. Milton 50-6 over Cowanesque Valley. So the Black Panthers continue to roll. Phillipsburg Osceola over Montgomery, 50-0. Lime Mountain losing to Juniata, who comes back from 10-0 to win 14-10 over the Eagles. Muncie 48-15 over Northwest. Hughesville and South Williamsport, we don't have an update after half. That was tied at 7-7. Central Columbia 17-3 over Athens. Mifflinburg 35-7 over Warrior Run, so the good season continues for the Mifflinburg Wildcats in AAA. Shamokin 46-15 over Nanticoke. And the last score we had down the road, 10 miles, Troy had come back to lead. Was not a final, 29-28 over Loyalsock. Going to see what the final is there. But the Bulldogs' biggest score of the night here, they win 23-0 over the road to go to 9-0 over the Canton Warriors.
Yeah, and we're going to be back, and it's that time for the player of the game tonight, Barry Enders Construction Contracting. Barry Enders, that is, player of the game. We'll be back right after this to announce that. You're listening to Jersey Shore High School Football on the Bear Country Sports Network.
We tried Dynovite nutritional supplement, and after a couple of weeks, we noticed a big difference. Our little Gizmo's coat was shinier, and there was a lot less scratching and shedding.
My dog smelled and scratched constantly. We bathed and sprayed her, took her to the vet, but no results. Now, a little Dynovite in her food helps Bella keep her beautiful coat with no scratching or smell.
Happier, healthier with every bite. Over 1 million pets helped with Dynovite.
Wouldn't it be great if you could get auto, power sports, RV, home, life, fire, commercial, farm, tenant, and or personal liability insurance all from one agency? Well, that's where Hafley Nationwide Insurance comes in. They can help protect what's important to you. So why not simplify your life? See Hafley Nationwide Insurance in Lock Haven. 570-748-2926. Nationwide is on your side. Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates, Columbus, Ohio, subject to underwriting guidelines, review, and approval.
Exergen wants you to know about an important study just released by the FDA. It confirms what the medical community has known all along. Non-contact thermometers are not accurate, and they fail to meet FDA requirements for accuracy in labeling. With new strains of COVID on the rise, we can't afford to tolerate the rampant false temperature readings from non-contact thermometers. You need Exergen thermometers because they are accurate and backed by over 100 clinical studies. Be sure, be accurate with Exergen. Learn more at Exergen.com.
First Quality in Lock Haven and McElhatton is recruiting new team members. Receive competitive wages, $1.50 shift premium, insurances that begin day one, bonuses, and a team-oriented culture. There are immediate openings in Lock Haven and McElhatton for full-time production, maintenance, and warehouse positions. To apply, go online to joinfq.com. That's joinfq.com. First Quality is an equal opportunity employer.
Did you know a fire department responds to a fire every 23 seconds? First Alert is reminding you to be prepared by installing smoke and carbon monoxide alarms on every level and in each bedroom of your home. Don't forget to add First Alert fire extinguishers on every level, plus in common spaces like the kitchen, and know how to use them. Protect your whole home with safety you can trust by visiting firstalert.com and Lowe's stores today.
Fred Ham Incorporated has proudly served Lycoming and Clinton counties with residential and commercial trash removal since 1968. Family-owned company that cares about the environment and their customers. They provide extensive trash removal and recycling options, including bags, cans, dumpsters, even small and large roll-offs. They have a fleet of trucks for reliable pickup and convenient online bill pay. Call Fred Ham Incorporated today at 570-398-1814.
Cutting Edge Country, WQBR, The Bear.
Nate Carpenter, Doug Byerly. It's that time. Barry Enders Construction, player of the game. It was a great night here in Canton. Dogs win 23-0. Still have pitched a shutout with the starting defense. No one has scored against the starters all year. Who is your player of the game, Doug Byerly?
Well, again, Barry Enders Construction is our sponsor for our player of the game, serving Bear Country for the last 30 years. Electrical, plumbing, renovation, and new construction. Call with your plans and let Barry Enders Construction bring your dreams to life. 570-745-2296. Barry Enders Construction with our player of the game. Hands down, Nate, no question about it. In fact, the TV station, WNEP or WBRE or whoever it is out interviewing Coach Gravish and our player of the game, Cooper Peacock. Fantastic on the punt returns. Had the big pass play, Nate, catch, run after catch with the stiff arm for the touchdown to really widen this game out. 14-0. That was in the third quarter. That's the player of the game. And he has a great punt return callback touchdown as well. He's a tremendous player.
And then you tack on the punts inside the 5, inside the 10, inside the 15, the pooches. He had one tonight that would have been a net close to 70 that ended up just crossing the goal line. I mean, he had a heck of a night.
He's a super player. Really helps on the defensive side as well. But the punting, the special teams, and his skills in the wide receiver game tonight really the difference in the ball game. Cooper Peacock, our Barry Enders Construction player of the game as the Bulldogs go to 9-0.
Well, as always, every Friday night is special. Being here tonight with Nick and Doug and Vince at home and Karen and Dave back at the station. From our family, our house at the Bear Country Sports Network to yours. Thanks for listening tonight. I'm Nate Carpenter. I'm signing off.
Great day to be a Bulldog. Bulldogs 9-0 next week on the road at Central Mountain to cap off the regular season. Bulldogs win 23-0 over the Canton Warriors. You're listening to high school football on the Bear Country Sports Network.
Thanks for listening to tonight's game on the Bear Country Sports Network, brought to you by Brigandy, Gleghorn and Hafley, Woodlands Bank, SWC Real Estate, First Quality, Realty Lease Properties, TLC Fuel, Hafley Insurance, All Round Tire, Susquehanna Transit, Hollick's Coal and Oil, Jiffy Market and Deli, Jason Eberhardt State Farm Insurance, Anchor Realty, First Citizens Community Bank, Fager Insurance, Baldbirds Brewing Company, Twilight Diner, Napa and Jersey Shore and Mill Hall, Jim Ely State Farm Insurance, Pennycoff Rural Services, Kevin Peacock Disposal, Joe's Equipment, Muncie Bank and Trust Company, McMahon, Ferguson and Associates, B.A. Meixel Electric, Fred Ham Disposal, Barry Enders Construction, and River Valley Internet. One more regular season game to go against Central Mountain in Baldigal Township next Friday night. Join us at 6:30 on the Bear Country Sports Network.